All right. Good evening and welcome to the Town of Douglas Conservation Commission meeting of September 8th, 2025. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast by local access programming with remote participation available as provided on our agenda. Is there anybody here that's recording this meeting? Thank you. Seeing none. I hereby call the meeting to order at 6:33. Roll call of members, please.
Jim Foran.
Josiah Birch.
Mike Greco.
Mark Mungem. Okay. First meeting on our first item on the agenda. Oops, I didn't put that back in the thing. Guess that's going that way. Attendance, we did meeting minutes. Did anyone have a chance to look at the meeting minutes for June that we received? All right. Well,
Did you do this?
Yes.
we'll postpone the meeting minutes review until the end of the meeting if we have some time then. We can take a look at them. Going to item number 1, under new business, a public meeting request for determination of applicability. William and Tori Carroll, 26 Chestnut Street, an in-ground pool, map 274, lot 2. Someone here to, do I need to open the meeting?
For the RDA, you shouldn't have to. Let's see if she has it. It might be in there. I would, if she has it, I would do it. No? Is that for 48, the next one?
48 is the next one, number 2.
This is Carol. This is it.
Okay, then I would do it.
All right. Town of Douglas Conservation Commission, 29 Depot Street, Douglas, Mass. 01516. This is a legal notice for a public meeting request for determination of applicability. The Douglas Conservation Commission will hold a public meeting relative to the following filing under the Wetlands Protection Act, MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, and the Town of Douglas non-zoning wetlands bylaw. A request for determination of applicability as requested by William and Tori Carroll of 26 Chestnut Street. The owner of the property is William and Tori Carroll. The proposed work is located at 26 Chestnut Street, map and parcel 272-24. Projects for an in-ground swimming pool and pool patio. Public meeting will be held on September 8th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. in the Municipal Center, Resource Room, 29 Depot Street, Douglas, Mass. The application is available for review by appointment at the Conservation Commission office at 29 Depot Street, Douglas, Mass. during normal business hours. All interested parties are urged to attend. Mark Mungem, Chair, Town of Douglas Conservation Commission, August 10th, 2025. Someone here to propose the project? Can you come forward, please, and state your name?
I'm Tori Carroll.
Will Carroll.
Yeah.
You guys
Come
can
grab a
come up
seat.
wherever.
Oh, okay.
You can sit if you'd
Where
like.
they can hear you on the...
I'm Tori Carroll.
And William Carroll.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Good. You?
Good. All right. So what are you proposing? An in-ground pool?
Yep. Yeah, we have an existing fenced-in backyard. We're looking to just add a 16 by 32 foot in-ground pool.
34.
Oh yeah, 16 by 34.
Okay. And we have a rough plan here that looks like you guys drew up. Is it within the 100-foot buffer or of the wetlands?
I think part of it falls within the 100-foot buffer.
All right. Did you happen to take a look at it?
Yes, I did. So
Yeah.
I've got some pictures up right now. as the plan showed, it's probably right along the 100-foot buffer line. It could be a little bit closer, but it's around that area. This is what the area looks like right now. We've got recreational lawn. It is very flat with the fenced-in backyard. So this is the general area of where the pool, and there's also, I believe, pavers going in as well, so a paver patio to go around the pool. I don't really have any concerns with it. It is existing lawn. It's very flat right here. When I go through the other pictures, you'll kind of see that beyond the fence here, it drops off pretty steeply. This is looking in front of the house at the driveway. There's wetlands in front as well, but those are well beyond 100 feet away. And then, so you can see the steep slope here. So this is kind of looking at from down below. Up here in this general area is where the fenced-in yard is, and then there's a gravel driveway, and it kind of drops down in this area. So my only real concern is just, in the RDA application, you guys had put silt fence or wattle if needed. I would definitely have the silt fence up, or at least the wattle up in this area, maybe right in front of the fence, just in case something does happen, because that could just kind of go down right into the wetland there due to its steep slope. So other than that, I didn't have any other comments for this. I would recommend a -3 determination for this one.
Would you recommend any conditions, like the silt fence?
Well, they did put in the RDA, in the activity description, that a silt fence and biodegradable compost wattles will be installed if needed. So, I mean, that's part of that. If you wanted to make a condition just to solidify it, we could absolutely do that and just say install wattle or silt fence along the fence, I guess, the existing chain link fence up at the top.
And all work is going to be within that chain link fence, is that correct?
Yep.
The access into the site, how do you get into the site, and does it cross a wetland to get into the site?
No, there's access right off the side of the porch, as well as a double wide entry gate at the bottom of that gravel driveway.
So down in this area?
Yeah, at the very end
Okay.
there's a double gate opening.
So I would assume that's probably where they'd be, unless they go through the fence up here, you're saying, near the house?
We remove a section for access during the project.
Okay.
Put it back.
Sam, I'm looking at the aerial photograph, and it doesn't show on here where I'm assuming that's the lawn, where but this is,
yes.
where do you come into the site from? Because
This
there's
is the
this.
driveway here.
So what's this blue?
There's a stream of some type that goes through. I'm assuming it goes underneath the driveway. I didn't
Yep.
look in that area. These wetlands here are well beyond 100 feet away from, this is where the proposed pool is going to be. So these wetlands are a little bit closer than that. So I did not look at that. I'm assuming there's a stream somewhere over there. I don't think it's a perennial stream. I can double check right now just to be positive.
Is the pool going here or there?
Here is what I believe.
So the pool's going where the green part is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would just, yep.
Where's that? Right there. It's going like in this area. Oh, okay.
See what I was just,
Yeah, so there's no perennial stream anywhere close.
coming to the site, they're coming in this way. So there's this blue line right here, which looks like a stream of some kind.
Which is the existing driveway.
Crosses it. I'm sorry.
That's the existing paved driveway. So if there is a stream, it's intermittent, and there's maybe a culvert. I don't know if you guys know if there's a culvert under the driveway anywhere. I don't know if it would be connecting the wetlands on both sides of the driveway, maybe. But either way, that's existing driveway. It's paved in that area. And then I can show just, I don't know if the pictures are still up here, but there's a little gravel driveway on the side of the house. Let me see if I can get back down over here. So this is looking from that driveway, from the road, in at the house. So up here is where the pool is going to go. The wetlands are down here on the left side. There's wetlands behind me as well, but they're well over 100 feet away. And then behind me is the paved driveway coming in from the road, which may be where there could be a culvert. That is probably an intermittent stream that's on there. So The wetlands that are closest are over here to the left. I mean, the preferred access in terms of just proximity to wetlands would be up closer to the house, if they can finagle that. I mean, if it's easier and the machinery is too big, I would just not leave the machinery in that location. Make sure it's not within, like, stored within the buffer zone or anything like that to prevent any leakage or anything happening, so.
So we can give a negative determination, but still condition,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
To use the wattle and the silk fence to be used.
Any thoughts?
No,
Okay.
I have no questions.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward.
So, yeah, I would say that to definitely, use the straw wattles along the fence, and also just no refueling of any equipment within 100 feet of the wetland, and that includes the driveway, the perennial, or not the perennial stream, the intermittent stream where you're crossing to get in. I mean, I think that's as critical as anything, because any fluids can, run in the intermittent stream, so.
Okay.
So I got those two written down.
Okay. Do you need to close the hearing or ask if there's anyone else?
Anybody in the audience have any questions or concerns? Anyone on Zoom? Seeing no one? Make a motion to close the hearing?
Make a motion to close the hearing for 26 Chestnut Street.
Second?
Okay, motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Josiah to close the public hearing. Roll call vote.
Jim Foran, aye.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye. All right.
And then like, make a motion of a negative RDA with a wattle/silk fence to be used and no refueling of equipment within 100 feet of the wetlands for 26 Chestnut Street, map 274, lot 2.
Second?
Second?
Seconded by Josiah. Roll call vote.
Jim Foran, aye.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye. All right, so you're able to proceed, but you just have those couple conditions.
Awesome, thank you.
You guys can contact the town hall within the next few weeks, and Jen Kuchor, you can talk to her and she'll be able to give it to you guys. Okay?
Great, thank you.
Okay, next up, item number 2, 6:30 PM, and notice of intent, DP number 143-1124, public hearing, and notice of intent for Jacob Arsenault, 48 Northwest Main Street, single-family home, map 199, lot 34.01.
Can you guys sign? That's for the RDA.
Yep. I will read the public notice. Pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, Massachusetts Wetlands Protection Act, the Town of Douglas Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on September 8th, 2025 at 6:30 PM for a notice of intent filed by Jacob Arsenault, located at 48 Northwest Main Street, for work to be done pursuant to the Town of Douglas Wetland Bylaw and the Wetland Protection Act, Mass General Laws 131, Section 40. The proposed work involves a new home, driveway, well, and septic system. Public participation will be available by attending the meeting at the Town of Douglas Municipal Center located at 29 Depot Street, Douglas, Mass., or pursuant to the Governor's March 29, 2023 order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 18. The public may participate in this meeting via remote participation. A website for the meeting will be provided on the conservation agenda posted on the town's website, douglasmass.gov, at least 48 hours prior to the meeting. Copies of the NOI may be examined electronically by contacting the Conservation Commission at 408-476-4000, extension 257. dated August 25th, 2025. So the meeting is now open. State your name and address, please.
Hi, my name is Jake Arsenault seeking permission to build on 48 Northwest Main Street.
Okay. Can you describe what your project is, other than, do you have a plan to present to us?
I can get it up too.
I think so. Right now, I just have a septic plan that shows where the well is, shows where the house is, shows where the driveway is, and then it also has a erosion and silt fence plan that shows where the silt fence goes around the property. My driveway is an easement onto my neighbor's property because of the wetlands. So to get in from the road, it's over near his driveway.
And
Because the roadside in front of the proposed place to build is wetlands, so we have to put the driveway over a little further away.
okay.
So it's like a 180-foot driveway.
And what are the separations that you have for the work area from the wetlands and the building from the wetlands?
I believe I'm 100 feet away from wetlands.
I can go into it if you'd like me to.
Driveway might be the part that's,
Yeah.
where you get off the road is probably the closest thing, I think, if you know, I'm sorry. I don't-
No, it's okay. Through the chair, if you'd like.
Go ahead, yep.
Okay, so as was said, the driveway is closest to the wetlands in this area. That was going to be one of my comments for you or your engineer.
Yeah.
It's good to demonstrate how close you are to the wetlands with just a little arrow saying how many feet away you're going to be from the wetlands for this driveway. We have a 10-foot setback. You have to be 10 feet away for the driveways for the wetlands. So I need to know, okay, is this going to be within 10 feet or not? So that's one thing. So the rest of it, we've got our wetlands down here, if you can see. We've got our 50-foot wetland buffer. There's a lot of lines going on, but this one's our 50-foot. We've got our erosion controls in this area. 50-foot continues, I believe, over this way. So most of the work is outside of the 100-foot buffer. The limit of work comes within the 100-foot, outside of the 50-foot. So it looks like everything for the house construction, septic construction, this portion of the driveway closest to the house is going to be outside of the 50-foot buffer. But the driveway itself is going to be closest to the wetland. Brandon did go out to this site to review the wetland line and had a good amount of changes to make to it. He did email Norman Hill,
Yeah.
who did not get back to him, so I don't know where Norman stands with this. But there are specific flags near the entrance where the wetland is very close, is going to be very close to this driveway, that he is changing. So we wanted to get feedback from Norman. Is he going to change those flags? Does he want to meet Brandon out on site? What does he want to do going forward for this? Because we kind of gave him a list, actually, of flags. Brandon was not very happy with the wetland line, so he wanted to see some changes made to it, which hasn't been done up until this point. We haven't heard back from him. So I think moving forward, it would be best to at least hear back from him, see if he wants to make any changes of the
I was
line.
wondering if that could be like a part of my order of conditions.
With the wetland line, we don't recommend it, because if this wetland line is going to be, so up here where your driveway is, say it's off by 25 feet,
Okay.
and then my wetland line is going right into your driveway,
Okay.
and it's going to be a whole.
Oh, I see.
You're going to have to amend your order of conditions and change it completely.
I see, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's better to get the wetland line straightened out, figured out first, so it can be set in stone, and then you move forward from that.
Okay, so does he think that the wetlands are actually,
25 feet is just a number that I threw out. I don't know how, I wasn't on site, he was on site, but he has a bunch of flag changes, like he'll do Douglas Concom make his own flag. So if it's your flag 11, he did DCC 11, which I don't know which way they were moved, but he had a good amount here
Yeah.
that he sent to Norman Hill.
Yeah.
So that was our main comments with this one. There was a DEP file number issued. DEP, the only comment they made was technical comments regarding the WPA form, which was sent in as far as ownership goes. So that was fixed and that's all set. So the only outstanding thing right now is to get this wetland line straightened out and have them agree on it right now. So I don't recommend approving it until that is straightened out. Those are our comments. Other than that, everything looks fine as far as being far enough away. And I would like to see, just once these wetland lines do get straightened out, I would like to just see how far the limit of work for the driveway is going to be from the wetland line itself, just shown on the plan.
Okay.
So it's easy to see. Other than that, I don't have any other comments for it.
Okay, thank you, Sam.
Yep.
So you were saying that the driveway is not on your property?
It's not. So that, like, diagonal line that runs perpendicular
Yep.
through the driveway is the end of my property, and the rest of it to the road is easement.
And has that been established already? The easement?
It's in my deed, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that means I assume that means it's established. It says I'm the benefit of the
Yep.
easement.
Yes, if you bought the property
With my
already
neighbor.
and it has on it an easement.
Right, yeah, it's stipulated in it.
Easement has meets and bounds, then it's established.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is there a house on that other property and that's but they're not using that driveway?
There is a house. His driveway existing right now is probably like 20 feet away from where that's proposed to go. And we would just cross it the same way with a culvert, and like the whole side of the road is kind of a culvert, you would say, area, I guess.
So the other driveway does not show on this plan, but it's quite close to where
Yeah.
yours is proposed?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it looks like where the house is positioned, it's pretty much an island, huh? Where you almost have wetland encircling that area.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a big plan?
Yeah. How much road frontage is the lot in question? I mean, you said you're not going to be using,
Yeah.
you're going to be using the easement, but what's the road frontage for the,
Of my property?
Yeah.
It's probably only 100 feet.
only 100 feet? So it's not a,
Because see, like, it's kind of like the top. of it is
it's
like
not a
diamond.
standard Form A lot then,
I guess
for the
not.
town of Douglas?
The seller subdivided his 11 acres,
Okay.
cut off 3.5.
And this is
That's what we
3.5 acres?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to just continue it to next?
Have you been to the zoning board about?
Yes, but
property?
if there's any comments
No.
that we have on the design that we want to make,
Oh.
we should address that
Okay.
as well tonight, if we can. So that was why I wanted to look at the plan.
It's-
We seem to always be, we're not getting any plans that show the buffer lines colored anymore.
Yeah, I know. It would be helpful, because there's a lot of grading lines.
We're going to have one coming up later tonight that is like, I have no idea where the buffer zone is. for the line.
But also, a standard Form A lot is 200 feet of road frontage.
This has 200.
He said,
I'm sorry. I'm a novice
Oh,
here.
okay, so-
I'm just guessing.
oh, all right.
I don't.
All right, that was my question.
Sorry.
Okay.
So looking at the right-of-way that you have, I mean, the driveway as proposed, well, is centered in that right-of-way, it looks like.
Yeah.
Is there any wetland to the left of it, do you know?
Well, there's some, you can see on
I
the
s-
plan, there's a little bit. Down here, the WF 60, 59, 58, 57. I don't think there's more up to the left.
So where's the,
Again, Brandon went out to the site, he made a lot of changes to it, so maybe it goes up higher, I don't know, but, yeah, what's there is,
I mean, I see an area here where we're going between two wetlands.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So there's, but then as you get further down, it looks like the only wetland is on this side.
Yeah.
And there's some space
so that
maybe
it basically
here.
turns on itself. It seems like it's a finger like the WF 60, 59, 58 on the left side of the driveway. It seems like it's more of a finger that turns back down, if that makes sense.
Yep. Okay. And so it looks like you have proposed a driveway that comes into a garage, and then a house,
Yeah.
and the garage extends into the 100-foot buffer, and the grading extends to about the 50-foot. Is that about right, Sam?
Yep. The limit of work is right about at the 50-foot.
Septic looks like it's completely, or it's outside the 100-foot buffer completely, as is the whole house. It's just a garage that extends into the 100-foot buffer. Okay. Questions for tonight?
I was just kind of concerned on the road frontage. I couldn't see that, but that's, if it's 200, then that's fine.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to look at this, because I can actually read
You
this
could,
one.
you could see the road
Yeah, it
frontage
says
there.
200 feet right there. so,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It wasn't on that other drawing that Jim had.
No.
That's all right.
Well, on your advisement, Sam, I don't feel comfortable about closing. I'd like to continue the hearing.
Okay.
So we'd like to make a motion to continue this, if you would approve of that.
Yeah.
I would just get in contact with Norman Hill.
Yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it possible? See, I was wondering if I can talk to Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the information I was given from him. I mean, we tried to reach out to Norman
Yeah.
with those lines, and Brandon would say the same thing. We got to figure out the wetland line before
Sure, yeah.
anything is approved. So,
I'm good with
again, because if it's dramatically closer to your limit of work, that changes things.
Yeah.
Depending on where you want to build and whatnot. So you want to get that straightened out first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can have Brandon contact you if you'd like.
Yeah, I would love to. It happened a little close to this meeting, so, but yeah, I'm hoping to get with Brandon. Honestly, I don't know how this works, but if he's the AHJ, can I work with him to just,
What do you mean AHA?
like, the authority having jurisdiction?
Okay.
Is he?
He's the Concom agent for the commission.
Okay.
So, I mean, so we do everything that has to do with the wetlands. So we go out, we look at your wetland line that you have on your site. If we need to make changes, we can make changes, and that's what he did when he went out there. He made some changes to the line, and usually we'll get in contact with the engineer, or if you had another wetland scientist, whoever did this delineation on the property.
Yeah.
They'd get together, and they'd either agree or disagree on that wetland line. So they could, if Norman, or whoever delineated this, wanted to meet Brandon out on site, and kind of say, okay, what are the spots that you like, what don't you like, what can we agree on, what don't we agree on, and then go from there. That's an option too. Or Norman, whoever delineated it, can just go with Brandon's changes and then put it on a new site plan and then fix that and then bring it back to the commission next time.
Okay.
Or, I mean, you could,
He wants new drawings. Right.
it would need to be, yeah, it would need to be shown on this plan that you have, the one that I have up right here.
Okay.
The new wetland lines would need to be shown. Whatever wetland flags that Brandon put up would need to be located
Yeah.
and then shown on the plan. So we can show the buffer zones, show where your development is going to be within proximity to the wetland.
Okay.
So it would need to be shown on a new site plan, yes.
Okay. All right, so we need some new plans.
So did you want,
So Brandon works, he's our agent, he works
Right.
on behalf of the town of Douglas. He
Okay.
couldn't work for you. It would be, he worked for us. But he
That's
will
fine.
meet,
I don't want.
he will meet with your.
I just want to do what
engineer.
everyone wants so we can progress, that's all.
And you can be involved in the meeting with, if Brandon and Mr. Hill want to get together on the site. Norman Hill, did you say?
Yeah, Norman Hill was, he did the
I mean,
plan, I don't know if he
You're
delineated.
welcome to get together with them when they look at it,
Yeah.
if they do.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to continue this public hearing for Jacob Arsenault, 48 Northwest Main Street. Do you want to give him a month, or do you want 2 weeks?
Our next meeting is the 22nd,
Okay.
so it's whatever you think is going to be best.
so the September 22nd or October 6th?
Let's do October 6th.
Okay.
Okay, for October 6th.
Second?
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to continue this public hearing till October 6th at 6:30 PM. Roll call vote?
Jim Farr and I.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mangum, aye.
So yeah, I would just get with Norman
Okay.
and just say, we need to contact Brandon Fanoff, the Concom agent for the commission about the wetland line on site. And then he should know what to do
Okay.
from there.
Sounds good.
Okay?
All set. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night. All right, item number 3, 6:30 PM, notice of intent, DEP 143-1121, public hearing continued, Douglas Highway Department, Maple Street, and right-of-way for road drainage improvements. Map and lot not available. The applicant has requested a continuance to September 22nd. Someone want to make a motion?
Make a motion to continue to September 22nd for DP 143-1121 for Maple Street and Row.
Is there a second? Seconded by Mike. Motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Mike to continue the public hearing for the Douglas Highway Department. Roll call vote?
Jim Farr and I.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mangum, aye. Thank you. Item number 4, 6:30 PM, notice of intent, DEP number 143-1120. Public hearing continued. Notice of intent for Jason and Alice Randor, 284 Northwest Main Street, single-family home, map 159, lot 9. I'll open that meeting.
Hi,
Good evening.
Mark Allen, Allen Engineering Associates.
Hi, Mark.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Here on a continued NOI, to remind the commission, we were here, I would say maybe 2 months ago, at which time we were almost at the 1 yard line, and we just needed to have a final vote from the Zoning Board of Appeals. So the Zoning Board of Appeals rendered its decision a couple of weeks ago, and it mainly revolved around the existing cabin. Last time we were here, the proponent was going to remove the roof of the existing cabin and use it as an enclosed patio and sort of storage area. The Zoning Board of Appeals asked them to actually raise the entire dwelling, and Jason and Elise have agreed to do that. So the one change that you see tonight is that the cabin that was closest to the water has been proposed to be demolished completely, backfilled with clean fill, and brought to surrounding grade. So it's actually reducing impervious area, but unfortunately they weren't allowed to keep their existing cabin that was there from many moons ago. And then prior to tonight's hearing, it was reminded of me that sort of a phasing plan is good for these lots that have steep slopes. And I made a change, or at least an addition, where we included that, although not a phased project because it's already sort of an existing lake lot, but sort of phase one that any contractor should have is to install all the erosion and sediment controls around the perimeter, install the stone swales and the grass swales around the perimeter. That way, after that phase one is complete, then the interior components can be built, such as the house, the septic system, and whatnot. So, because it was late, I did bring.
Thank you.
a couple
Yes,
copies.
actually, we can take this one.
Oh, good.
This is the newest one. You want to pass that around?
One for Mike.
That's all we got. You can share, or you can look at it.
Got one for Mike, too?
I don't have, he only
No,
gave me
I have
3.
3? You take it.
So, through the chair, the last time we were here, we wanted a new site plan showing the demolition of the existing structure on site. So this site plan does have that, showing that the existing structure is to be raised. So that's good. We wanted a new WPA form for the land under water bodies and waterways and bank to be impacted by the dock on site, as well as the proposed deck, which they did put that in there. They did submit a new WPA form for that as well, so we do have that. And then we had asked for basically a color-coded phasing plan. We did it on the site to the south, which Allen Engineering also did, and it had separate phases. Now, it was a little bit different because it was a forested lot, I will say that, so things were done a little bit differently for that one. So I had asked Mark earlier today to submit a phased plan because the one that was before this didn't have anything with the phasing. So this isn't color coordinated, but you can see Mark kind of circled it on his plan there in the pink. That's going to be that Phase 1, install sediment and erosion control measures. So with what's been changed, I don't have any further comments from last time. I am okay with the phasing as is, and with the revised WPA form, we didn't really have any other comments for this one. Most of the work, it's very hard to see the buffer lines, that's the only thing with this plan.
I just darkened it up while I was
Okay,
waiting.
you did, okay. So if you could just point out to them where the buffers
This is
are.
the 100-foot buffer zone here, so the driveway and the house are north of the buffer zone, and then the septic system and the existing cabin that's going to be raised is in this location here, and then the dock is down here.
If you want to approve it this evening, I recommend a couple special conditions. So number 1, adhering to the phases on the latest site plan, phase or phases. Number 2, definitely a pre-construction meeting with this one, although that is part of your special conditions, but we can look at that next time we look at the special conditions, but you could put that just in case to have a pre-construction meeting for this one. We had talked about a Chapter 91 license last time, Mark.
Yes.
Do you have any update
I
on
do.
that at all?
Yes, I thought it was brought up at the last hearing, but to remind everybody, it doesn't need a Chapter 191 license, although the size meets the threshold. It is a man-made impoundment, and therefore, it's new to me, but the reason why it is not necessary is that it's not a naturally occurring great pond, so it's not considered a great pond.
Okay. So, I mean, those were the only comments that I had for
Okay,
this
so
one.
1 and 2, basically, and not.
Do
worry about
you still have a picture of the house it's going to be
Yeah,
removed?
absolutely, yep.
I went down there a week ago. That's super tight. It's like unbelievable. It's right up against the neighbor's fence.
Yeah. There's a stone wall kind of.
No, there's a fence on one side. I don't know if you're at the street, the fence is on the left-hand side.
Yes.
And there's like hardly any room there. And then this is the project with the tank, right? There's a tank.
What do you mean with the tank?
That's Huff Road, I think you're thinking.
Oh, okay, I went to a different property then. Oh,
Yeah, that's them,
excuse me. Okay. This is
That's
north.
coming up later.
Okay, yeah, excuse me. Excuse me.
We have all these properties on water.
I know. But, you want to try to have a grip on it, but, yes, I'm familiar with this property,
Yeah,
too.
you can kind of see the cabin's roof.
Yeah,
little-
yes.
So the only change to the plan itself was the removal of the structure and the regrading where that structure
Correct.
was to match the grades that are currently there
Yeah.
on either side.
Yep, and then this afternoon I added that Phase 1 note to make sure that any contractor gets in there and stabilizes it and gets the swells in place and the site stabilized before any earthwork gets commenced.
We had a letter sent to the commission. I'll read it out loud so that it becomes a part of the minutes. September 2nd, 2025, 288 Northwest Main Street, Douglas, Mass. Conservation Commission. This concerns the approved septic system at 284 Northwest Main Street, Douglas, Mass. by the Board of Health. I'm asking this commission to postpone a decision until zoning has reviewed and ruled on my request. I feel the septic system should be on the east side of the property. Sincerely, John P. Bombara and Marietta Bombara. Are you aware of this letter?
I was not, no.
What was that dated?
It's dated September 2nd, 2025. Yes, you want to come forward? Okay, thank you, John. What is your concern here, Mr. Bombara?
Well, the idea is so close to the Douglas Reservoir, and the house that's next door that's on the north side, is their septic system is in the front of the house, and you improve that blue one that's right there, you can see. And you put the septic system right off the street. And the concern is, of course, something happening in years to come on that reservoir. As you know, it is one of probably 19 bodies of water that's in Douglas. There's 19 of them.
Yeah.
And this one's pretty critical because we have a lot of what's going on there. And the members, the owners around it had bought that back in 2006. And the start of the process in 2003. And I was part of that process to save the lake, So
Yep.
it's one of the cleanest ones in the Commonwealth. Commonwealth's got over 3,000 ponds and lakes, and this is probably in the top 10. And I realize this is bladder. I realize did everything correctly when it comes to the septic system. But my question would be, did you do a perk test?
We did.
Okay. So I'm just asking because the house has been pushed back now and putting the septic system in the front on the east side of the house. And they make it that much more further because that's over 200 feet from the top of the road over here all the way to the lake.
Well, you're saying it's close, the septic system's closer to the water now.
Yeah.
So we do.
The letter also went out to the zoning board to have them reconsider what they're doing. I just got this plan, and it baffled me because I was thinking they would put the septic system on the east side of the home. And it's narrow at the top there, but it's doable.
So we have had zoning board give their final relief. I think it was before the September 2nd date. I can't remember the exact date of it, but it was their second meeting in August. And we do have full Board of Health approval as well.
Just to respond to Mr. Bombara, where was the septic system for the existing house?
It's almost where the new system is going to be. So the existing cabin now, Their septic system is, very undersized in this location here.
And what was that system?
I can only guess it was probably a cesspool with an overflow. So this new system is,
Tight tank?
no, it's a full
No,
system.
it's a full system.
It's a tank, it's a distribution box, it's a leach field. It meets all Title V requirements, it meets all Douglas Board of Health requirements. Had the house been pushed even further back, closer to the water, it would have freed up more room under the driveway. But this lot is pinched, if you will, up at the street, whereas most of the other lake lots have a little more frontage to work with. So yeah, nothing's changed since last time you've seen it. It's the exact same layout, same program. So we're just here to show you that the existing house is going to be taken down, clean fill is going to be brought in, and less impervious area down by the water.
The new leach field, how far is it from the water? What's its closest point?
It is,
75 or so feet?
I would say so, yeah. Yep, 75, 76.
And there's an elevator system too. So I just want you to consider, Mr. Chairman, okay?
Yep.
I take the lake seriously, been there for 23 years.
Yes.
I've been in town all my life. Wouldn't want to see something happen, not that it would.
Understood.
Not in my lifetime, but
Right. Nope, we need to be protective of the lake, for sure.
I appreciate your time.
Yep, you're welcome. Zoning has approved it.
Correct.
And Board of Health has approved it.
Correct,
You're waiting on us now.
correct. Even the lawsuit's been settled.
I don't know anything about that. Are we okay?
Well, I mean, if everyone has already approved everything, then, yeah, I mean, the zoning board had them get rid of
Shrink the house.
Shrink the house.
Move the house. Yep.
No, and we've had them make changes already as
Yeah.
well.
Right.
In our past meetings.
Right.
So,
So,
I realize that too, but I mean, 75 feet, that's so close.
Well, 50 feet, you can't go with any closer than 50 feet.
Right,
By the
well,
state.
yeah. Yeah, for residential
and if the
residential
Board of
lots,
Health,
50 feet, yeah.
and if the Board of Health has approved it,
Yeah, they've already approved it. It's a far better system than what's there today.
that's what I look at, is
Right.
that
It's cleaning up.
what it was at the same distance and what
Correct.
it will now be.
Correct.
Even though it's raised
Yes,
higher.
yes.
It's a way better system.
And it's not a pump system. His terminology was a bit off. It's going to come out at grade, and then just because of the fact that the land is steep, that the bottom half, or will just have a slope to it. It's not a mounded system like you see a lot of times. It ties into the topography. It's a gravity system.
Do you think, playing the devil's advocate, if you had known the structure was going to get removed, would you have designed the leach field any differently in terms of lengthening the lines instead of having them extend closer to the water?
Not necessarily, no, because the on-site well is tucked into the corner, and we have to be at least 100 feet from the well, and the well radius just clips it, so that was going to be 100 feet from the well, at least 50 feet from the wets, 20 feet from the foundation. It forced it to be in that location no matter what.
Mr. Chairman, could I ask Mark where my well is compared to Durando's on the plan?
Yeah, of course.
Because my home is right here, and the well is like right over here. close, we'll say right here.
We'll pick it up for you, but I'm sure it was just cut off from the viewport.
Yeah. But again, our neighbors, they're 60 feet off the road, and you guys approved the septic system in the front on the east side. So, like I said, there's over 200 feet here.
It's a Board of Health issue.
And I have that letter into the zoning board for reconsideration on their approval after I saw what happened here.
Well, how do you feel, Board? Are we okay to close and vote, or do you want to, do we need more information?
I think we should wait for the reconsideration from Mr. Bombara to see if the zoning board, with new information, see if they would reconsider. We could postpone this to, continue it to after the next zoning meeting, so then...
Either that, or we can make a motion to approve it with a third condition of, as long as the zoning board, if they
on a-
deny it,
on a recondition.
then it'll automatically just be done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an attorney, but I don't think you can condition your approval on another board's approval. Are Jason or Elise
Probably not.
on the Zoom meeting?
Probably not, yeah. He's probably right about that, so...
I would agree with that statement.
Because
But we're confident if a vote tonight. If for some reason something changes in the future, we'll come back to you.
Okay.
We understand that the zoning board may rehear the process, so we're comfortable with the commission voting tonight.
I'd like to make a motion to continue this hearing until after the zoning board.
You do have to have approval from the applicant to continue it.
What's that?
They have to agree to continue it.
They have to agree to continue?
Yes.
Because everything's already approved, so.
I mean, you can have a discussion with the applicant,
But-
and if they'd be willing to continue it, you can have a discussion about that, but you would have to have their...
Mr. Allen, would you consider waiting 2 weeks?
And that's why I just asked if Jason or Elise were on the Zoom meeting. They said they might be here remotely.
They are not on right now.
Not on right now? No. So without their authority, I'd have to say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the decision of zoning was overturned and substantial changes were made to this plan
It would
within
have
your
to come back.
jurisdiction, they would need to
Correct.
come back for an amendment to their order of conditions.
Fully know that. Is what we did at the zoning board. If we knew something changed here, we knew we'd go back to the zoning board. Same with the Board of Health. If we knew something changed, we'd go back to the Board of Health. So we get it.
Okay?
I mean, if they overturn it, then it's back to square one, so to speak. If they
Yeah.
overturn it,
Yeah.
right? But as what's
Yeah.
in front of us today,
Yes.
well, again, I understand about, making sure, but,
Yeah, we have this plan before us. We're not seeking any more information.
right.
They've addressed the items that we've brought before them in the past, at past meetings. I don't know how we cannot, they don't want to continue it, so,
Yeah.
we have to close it, in my opinion, right?
Yeah. I mean, you would take a vote, so the vote determines it.
Yeah.
Right, no, I mean, we don't have to close it, we can vote to close, and it may vote, it may-
And then if
it
it,
may or may not,
exactly.
so,
Making
a motion to-
to close
do you
the
understand?
hearing?
You don't have to vote yes, you don't have to vote yes, Mike, I mean, you can, all right.
All right, so I'll make a motion to close the hearing for DP 143-1120 of 284 Northwest Main Street.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Mike to close the public hearing for 284 Northwest Main Street, DEP number 143-1120. Roll call vote.
Jim Foran, aye.
Josiah Birch, no.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mangum, no.
Okay, so in the case of a tie, then it does not pass.
Okay.
So the applicant would have to come back to try to with a new plan, I suppose, you know?
What new plan?
No, we're not looking, I just not closing the meeting.
Okay, you're not closing it.
Right.
So did you just deny it right now, or was that for closing the meeting?
Just closing the
Okay,
meeting.
all right. So, I mean, I don't know.
Because
I can ask, but I don't know if that means it's closed or not. So,
they don't want to continue it, and you don't want to close it, so then what? Because, I mean, I can make a motion
Reading's
to
still
go
open.
ahead and approve it, and then if to say no, and we don't have another person here to
Right.
do it. Do you?
I'm not really sure.
see if our trustee handbook can tell us anything, because give me a minute. Do you want to see if we can hear the next meeting while I'm looking into this? Push this back a step?
Yeah.
Hear somebody, is that fine with you, Alan?
Sure.
Just to push it back so I can look into this while you guys hear someone else?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Josiah? I mean, there's nothing else.
Sure, I want to continue.
Because I got to figure out that.
Okay.
Right.
So we'll
Do we
just
need
put you
to
on hold
vote to
for...
Sure.
Put you on hold?
I'll be on Zoom in about 20 minutes.
Okay,
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a way that we can get, is it the lawyer or the attorney that usually helps? Is the
Thank you, board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That can, usually is online, that can put in their 2 cents in. Okay, gotcha.
All right. We'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is
Number 5?
number 5, 6:30 PM, DEP number 143-1126, public hearing continued. Notice of intent for Tanielle Bedrosian, Lot 5A, White Court, single-family home, map 219, Lot 4. I'll now open that hearing. Is someone here representing the project?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Robert Truax of Truax Engineering Group.
Thank you, Robert. Can you just,
So, would you like to pull it up on the screen, or would you like me to share my screen?
You can share it if you, give me 1 second, let me stop sharing.
Okay. So this is a single-family lot. I'm going to go to a different screen, actually, so you can see the whole area. So there's actually 2 single-family lots, and Lot 5A is this one shown on Whitefoot. This is U Street coming up. This is the intersection of White Court and U. There is a wetland area going across the back of Lot 5A. This is also Lot 8A, which is the next one on your hearing agenda. And then on the back of these lots are just under, one's just under 3 acres, the other one's just over 3 acres. On the back side, at the Douglas and Uxbridge town line, we have Laurel Brook, which is a perennial stream. which you can see the 100 and 200 is clearly not within the work area. And then we also have an endangered species area along the back of the lot, which I've highlighted, which was sent to DEP, and you can see that there's no work proposed in those areas as well. But if you zoom in on the lots, just kind of leave them both up. I think it's a little easier. You can see everything that's going on. So I did respond to the comments from DEP. I know you got things last minute. I apologize for that. I was just trying to be prompt with getting back to her as quickly as possible. So we're looking at Lot 5A. You can see the wetlands are flagged along the back side. I believe they've been reviewed and walked, and I didn't get any comments that the line was not sufficient. We did some soil testing up in the front of the lot. We can see we got a proposed on-site sewage disposal system. We have the single-family home just behind that. We have a proposed well down here in the corner, which is just barely making the 100-foot from the proposed septic system. Driveway comes in from White Court. It'll be a paved driveway. The water service comes from the well that's in the house. This lot basically slopes from White Court down to the wetlands. As you can see, the contours are chasing down to the wetland area. So we're proposing a 4-bedroom dwelling. The grading is such that we're going to create a walkout basement along the back to reduce the grading behind the house. We're showing our erosion control barrier right at the 50-foot wetland buffer, which goes up, but it actually goes all the way up to this stone wall, which is, not really sure what that is. It's some kind of old foundation maybe from farm days. And as I said, we did some revisions to the plan over the last week or two, and what we've done is we've put in roof runoff, 2 systems, one on each end of the house to capture the roof runoff from the gutter system. We've also added a recharge basin, which is just a small depression in the lawn area, which is going to capture the runoff from the driveway and provide some infiltration on that. You can see a little better on this plan. And I gave you some details of those on the plan sheets. There's a second sheet. And you can see the septic tank is in the front yard and the limit of disturbance. That's pretty much an overview. I don't really have much more to add than that, but I'd be happy to answer any questions the board might have.
Hi, Sam.
All right, so Brandon went out to this site a while ago and reviewed the wetland line for this. He had some comments that were made, this was a few weeks ago, that he had for the applicant, made comments about the wetland line. There's a lot of flags out there, so it's very confusing when you're reviewing the wetland line. It's been probably delineated a couple times, at least that's what it seems like. So Brandon's request was, can we reflag this, rip down the old ones, rip down whatever's not necessary, reflag it to make sure it's updated and looks accurate. So since then, I did stop by there today and look at the flagging. Robert, I don't know if you know what the sequence of flagging is currently on site off the top of your head, what it's supposed to be, the existing flagging?
So the flagging right now is all labeled HS with numbers.
Yep, okay. So in the field it's like HS 25 dash whatever it may be. On the plan it's just the HS 20. I don't know if 25 is just for the year 25 or whatever it may be, but it was still a little bit confusing out in the field. I can tell the HS flags are new, so I mean I'm pretty sure that that's that. I didn't have any issues with them, so I did not make any changes to those flags. I just recommend in the future ripping down the old ones because it is extremely confusing out there. There's a ton of different flags going on. And just making sure they line up with the plan and just that the numbering is the same with what's on the plan. Another thing was DEP made comments about stormwater checklist, which was submitted. There was no O&M operation and maintenance plan submitted with this. We did receive that today for both lots. So I do have an operation and maintenance plan, which we feel comfortable with. if you do want to approve it this evening, we do recommend having the operation and maintenance plan as a special condition for this one. So with the stormwater checklist, with the wetland line looking okay, and with having the operation and maintenance plan, we feel comfortable to recommend standard special conditions with the special condition of including the operation and maintenance plan for this application. So with that, that was our comments on this one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We got back from the DEP, right? We got something
Yes.
back from them? I'm going to just read what the DEP had to say. The issuance of a file number indicates only completeness of submittal, not approval of the application. Although a file number is being issued, please note the following. The applicant notes that the project is not subject to Mass Stormwater Standards, as the project consists of development of 4 house lots on a parcel of land which is non-contiguous to another parcel of land under common ownership recently subdivided for development. A total of 8 lots are shown. Mass DEP notes that these parcels are encompassed by 1 deed. The entirety of a project which may be proposed on parcels of land which share or were separated from a common deed should be evaluated when demonstrating compliance with the Mass Stormwater Standards. The project as shown in the materials provided appears to include 8 house lots. Mass DEP notes that small residential subdivisions of 5 to 9 lots are subject to Mass Stormwater Standards. The maximum practical per 310 CMR 10 proactive measures can include driveway and rooftop infiltration, as well as grading measures that may qualify for low-impact development credits. The applicant should provide a stormwater checklist and supporting materials demonstrating compliance with Mass Stormwater Standards as applicable. All updated materials shall be provided to Mass DEP and to the Commission, and the Commission should refrain from closing the hearing until all updated materials are received. So is this the latest information that you've given to us today? Is this Mass
Correct,
Stormwater
yes.
information?
This revision with the drainage was done based on those comments.
Okay. I was out at the site this evening as well, and it really drops off. Once you're at that 50-foot setback line, it drops fairly steeply down to the wetland from there. So just see if you can picture.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to picture looking at a plan, but it really kind of drops off pretty sharply.
Yeah.
And then it even goes even steeper from the wetland line down into the wetland itself. Is that what you saw too, Sam?
Yes.
I mean, it was pretty.
Yeah.
I was surprised. You look at the plan and it didn't look like there was a lot of grade change, but when you go out in the field, there's more there than it looks like. So you've got a proposed recharge basin. Do you know what the soils are in that area to know that it will recharge or not?
I think it's pretty consistent throughout. We did testing on both lots, and, we had perk rates that were, what was it, like 4 minutes and 6 minutes an inch on this lot, so it was fairly consistent. And we tested across the street as well, getting the same rates, and we tested Lot 8 as well. So everything seemed pretty consistent, and the Board of Health was there with us, and he had tested with some other engineer on the site prior to me going out there. He had made the same findings that it was all pretty consistent. I'd be very amenable to a condition that said we would do a confirmatory test pit at those recharge systems prior to installation during construction. And we could have it witnessed by the Board of Health. I wouldn't have an issue with that.
The site is completely treed, and looking at the land across the street from where this proposed residence is, it looks like you cleared quite a bit of the property.
With the, like the recharge basin that you've shown, well, number one, you're not showing any clearing lines here. Is that something
We
that
just
could
show
be
we
added
show
to?
the erosion control, and that's basically the limit of work.
So that means you're taking out all the trees from White Court all the way to the erosion control line?
Primarily, yeah. You might be able to leave some up in the front corner between the driveway and the property line, but where the septic system is, they have to all be removed. Down probably close to where that old foundation is, the old stone wall down there, that rectangular thing. So, I mean, you have to clear all of this. I mean, he'll probably leave some specimen trees up here. He's not going to leave, I don't think you'd see him leave like a 24-inch pine or something if it's in that area, because it would only become a hazard if we had a big storm.
Would it be possible to leave trees between the properties? Clearing
Just up
from
in
one
that front
property into
area,
the other?
yes. But down in the back, as you're going down, I have these two recharge basins. I have it on, they back up to each other, as you can see on this sheet. So the grading kind of gets close right in here. But up in this area, yes, you could definitely leave some trees. And you'll probably leave a few over here in the front yard of the other house. The other lot's not as tight. You know, further away from the wetlands on the other lot, he has a little more room.
Any way the basins can be reconfigured so that you could keep trees between the two lots? Especially within the 100-foot buffer?
Go ahead.
Especially within the 100-foot buffer?
Probably not on lot 5. I'm running out of space behind that house. That one's a little tight. I could probably put something behind the house on lot 8. I do have the well back here that we have to drill. But I could slide that down further or put it behind the house with a swale to get it over in this area. I was just trying to keep it close to the driveway, and that way when it does overflow, we have a lot of distance between the water coming out and getting to the wetland. It's outside the 100-foot buffer now. So I was looking for travel time. If anything was going to leave the basin, it will overflow in a large storm. So I was just looking for further distance for the water to travel before it got to the wetland.
Sure. Is there an outfall structure for that basin?
No, it's just a small depression in the lawn area. I've done them in other sites in other towns, and they work quite well. They dry up pretty quickly.
I have seen where they work well for a year, but then the turf covers them over, and they slow down, and then all of a sudden they're overflowing over the top, and that can cause erosion. So I'm a little concerned about that. I would like there to be an emergency overflow, you know, a 4-inch pipe or something that takes some of that water off if it gets to the, so that it doesn't top out.
Where would you want to discharge a 4-inch pipe, though? Would you run that all the way down to the wetland?
No, definitely not. I'd run it, there's a roof drain right there, isn't there? Or roof recharge area?
Yeah, it's going. Yeah, I have a roof recharge system right there.
Right. So I would go.
You want to run? Oh, you want to do an overflow into the recharge system?
That's what I would say.
I would never. We could do a overflow to the recharge system, like have a pipe that sticks up like a foot up. So just when it gets to the top of the basin, it starts going in the pipe, and then it would start draining into the recharge system.
Right.
I mean, ideally what happens with these, they're in the lawn area, so they're just going to mow them when they mow the lawn.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I just have seen these areas, like we had one built in town here recently that it didn't infiltrate, it topped out, and it took out a whole driveway and really damaged a wetland area. So
I know it's only a small area, I know it's not comparable to the one that we had an issue with, but I still, when these things top out, they erode. So I'm just a little concerned about that.
If you wanted some type of overflow when they top out, that it goes into the recharge system, that's doable.
I still want it to be mowable. I mean, what you said, I think, is
Oh, no,
correct.
yeah, it would stay the way it is. I would just have a small 4-inch pipe. Like,
Right.
it would be a I would do it vertically. So it would come up inside the lowest point. It would sit up about 12 inches.
Okay.
You put a screen on the top of it.
Yep. And the top is below the level of the berm on the low side, correct? So that
Correct.
water
Yep,
go
you make
into
it
that.
slightly lower.
If you're going to do a vertical one, I would make it a little bigger than, at least for the vertical part, I'd make bigger than 4 inches so that it doesn't just want to, so that it's more stable. But,
That's fine. Yeah, I could do a 6-inch, and they make covers for them with a grate,
yes, they do.
so nothing can get in it.
All right, I've been dominating this conversation. Anybody else have any thoughts or questions or concerns? Anybody from the public have any thoughts on this plan?
It's just, it's right up against the 50-foot,
Yep.
yeah. But I think it's a good idea with the pipe, though.
Sam, how do you feel about this? Like you said, you already went through it and looked at it, and what's the driveway? Paved?
Yes, pavement.
Do you feel that this addresses the stormwater concerns raised by the DEP?
For roof runoff and the driveway runoff, yes, I would say so. I do think it's sufficient for that. I do want to add that I would probably recommend silt fence, either in combination with the compost stock or whatever they're going to do, the straw wattle. Maybe in combination, just because it is a steep slope going down to the wetlands. So you could just add that as a condition. That would be my main concern, is just the slope going down to it.
So before we have a vote to close, we should discuss any conditions that we might want to impose on the plan.
So you want to do the increase into the 6-inch pipe, right, you said?
Well, we want them to, A, save trees in the, I'd like to have them save some trees in the, let's see, that's, north is that way, so the western side, western corner, right?
Okay. What was your other condition earlier, Sam?
You want let's include the operation and maintenance plan
Operation, oh, that's,
within the order of conditions, so it becomes a condition itself, basically, and have it in perpetuity. Mark, just so I can get some clarity on, so the trees in the western corner, you want them to save some trees, and then as far as the recharge basin, you had said you wanted a pipe?
Yes.
Okay.
I want an emergency overflow pipe so that
Okay.
the water won't top out and go over the top of the berm, but it
Yep.
will enter into a pipe and go through the berm into the recharge.
So
into
would
the
you
recharge area.
like to receive a revised site plan within a certain period of time? We could condition it that way if you wanted to, or you could just condition it that you want this emergency pipe and you want trees to be saved in this location. You could do either way.
I would,
I would prefer you condition it. I'd like to revise the plan. I'll give you a revised plan. If you want to approve it with that condition, I'll give you a revised plan, and I'll put a note up in that corner and highlight that area that we want to preserve as many trees as possible. I'll do it on both lots, and I'll put the pipe on. If I don't put the pipe on, and someone doesn't read it, they might not see it, and they won't build it. And I'll also change the erosion control barrier to show the silt fence.
So I recommend, having
I
them,
think that I'd rather have a plan with everything on it.
Can you also show a limit of work? I haven't seen this little stone wall area, the little rectangular stone, but can you show a limit of work outside of that so that that's preserved?
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to touch it. I was just going to it because it was there. It's, I don't know what it is. It looks like an old.
It looks like an old,
farm.
yeah, looks like a barn cellar hole or something there, so it
Right.
might have some historical.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Didn't look like a cemetery. That was good.
Yeah, that's a positive thing.
So you wanted to show the limit of work?
Yeah, I don't think he has any intention to knock it down, so I'll run it up around it if you want.
Yes. All right, so we're getting a list here of conditions, right?
Yep, I've been making them, so.
I would recommend having the site plan issued before the 21 days, or within 21 days of us, because we have 21 days to issue the order of conditions out to them. So I would recommend it get sent to us before that's issued out.
Yeah, I'll send it to you this week.
Okay.
All right. So we have conditions.
We have, with our
Yeah,
standard
review 'em.
conditions, increase to the 6-inch pipe, save some trees in the western corner, operation plan with the order of condition in perpetuity, emergency pipe with revised plan.
You had pipe twice there. All we want to
Emergency
condition
pipe.
is that we have an emergency overflow pipe
Emergency, okay, hold on.
for the recharge
Over.
basin.
Correct.
For the recharge basin. Okay. And then the last one was limit of work outside. Did you?
Yeah,
What do you want me to?
Keep the limit of work outside of the stone cellar hole.
Cellar hole? Okay.
I'm going to call it a cellar hole. Can I call it a cellar hole? It looks like a depression.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
It probably was. It was probably some old farm thing.
Okay.
Want to make a motion to close?
Sure, make a motion to close DP 143-1126, Lot 5A, White Court, Single Family Map 219 lot.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Mike to close the public hearing for Lot 5A, White Court. All those in favor of closing?
Jim 409.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye.
You want me to make a motion?
Sure.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the NOI DP 143-1126 for Lot 5A, White Court, Single Family Map 219, Lot 4, with our standard conditions and increase to a 6-inch pipe, save the trees in the western corner, operation plan with the order of condition and in perpetuity, and emergency overflow pipe for the recharge basin, and limit of work outside the stone cellar hole / depression,
And including silt fence.
and silk fence.
Yep. And you want to receive the new site plan within 21 days.
Yes, the silk fence and receive the plan within 21 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, motion, is there a second to that?
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve the plan with the list of conditions stated. All those in favor?
Jim 409.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye.
This is your signature page for that?
You just don't forget to sign this one. From Troy. Prior.
I forgot to ask you, is this even a town road?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Has the town required you to make any improvements to this road?
No, they didn't.
Great, huh?
Yeah.
And also,
That's what I thought.
it's going to be really close when they widen the road on that side. You know?
Yeah, it's a dirt road. A gravel road.
When were you before the planning board?
I didn't, it was an A&R plan, so we didn't really go before them, like for a public hearing. There was approval not required. All the lots had frontage on the existing street.
Yeah, but you had to get an A&R plan signed.
Correct.
But
So it was originally done.
but they didn't-
I didn't do the original one. I just re-subdivided lots 5A and 8A because they had it subdivided where I would have had to build up by White Court. Then I would have had to build down in the natural heritage area. They had lot 8A only fronting on U Street. So we just kind of switched. The only thing I did was switch those two lot lines around so we could put both houses up on White Court. But prior to that, they did the same thing. It was just an A&R plan. We didn't have to go to the meeting for an A&R plan. They just sign it. It's not a hearing, like, I didn't go in there and explain anything.
No, I understand.
They just signed the plan.
All right, thank you. All right. Item number 6,
Do you want to come back to 284 Northwest Main Street?
if we're ready to, if we can.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Okay, so, the information I've received. You need to get a majority in closing the hearing period, because if they didn't agree to a continuance, they can appeal to DEP if you do not close the hearing out. So I recommend closing the hearing, and then you can vote to either approve or deny the application.
Okay.
So that's what I would say.
DEP could make the call then.
But, yeah, so they, I mean, if they wanted to appeal it to DEP, if you denied this application, they have the ability to appeal to DEP, and then DEP could overturn the decision. It would be more in their hands then. But you do need to close the hearing. If they do not want to continue, you need to close the hearing.
Okay.
I'll make this a lot easier for you and a lot less controversial. I got a hold of Jason and Elise out in the parking lot because there's no reception in here.
Yeah.
I know.
And they agreed to continue the hearing.
Okay.
Excellent.
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Elise.
Do you know what date they would like to continue to? We have
The next one, right?
9/22, and then we have October, is it 1st?
6th.
October 6th. So September 22nd or October 6th.
So-
It has to get on the agenda for the,
So again, I hesitate for you folks to act on another board's agenda schedule.
yeah,
Well, we can always
make it a month.
postpone. So we
Make it a
can,
month.
when does the...
I don't know.
So we can put it on for 9/22, and then if they haven't met yet, then we
So
can
you
push
are,
it.
so you are seceding to the zoning hearing.
I prefer not to, but that's just
Okay.
that's not what I want to do.
So I did some research. The zoning hearing closed August 6th, and they only meet once a month. I think it's the first Wednesday or Tuesday of the month. So I believe
Which
Mr.
would be
Babara
after.
missed the appeal period. Otherwise, his only way to sort of rebut the zoning decision would be to appeal that decision. Sounds like his letter asks them to reconsider. So
So-
I know that the Randos aren't going to reconsider and just say, yeah, we'll refile with them. So
So he
I
would
think
have
his
to-
only means of recourse is to appeal the decision. I believe
have to go through the,
I think he's missed his window.
he would have to go to the Superior Court and actually file in order to,
He needs to officially appeal it.
he would have to officially appeal it, and it would have to go to the Superior Court, and then whatever they decide doesn't matter what we decide, because they'll supersede us. So if they say yes to him, and all you're doing is prolonging everything. But I'm just kind of giving you what I've found out myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So,
believe it's a stall tactic. It's pretty basic.
but it's not going to do anything because
Correct.
it's already been
It's been approved by the
It's been
ZBA.
approved, and it's past the 21 days.
Right.
Because you said it's the first Wednesday,
August 6th.
August 6th.
So if that's the appeal period for zoning, then yeah, he's already missed that appeal period. I don't know I can't speak on that. I don't know the periods for zoning. If that's the case, then
21 days.
21 days.
21 days from August 6th, so we're
He
past
filed,
that.
he filed this letter for you folks September 2nd, which is beyond that.
Right.
So we'll close it and then we can vote? That's my theory. I mean,
if the applicant wants to continue and is willing to continue, and you feel that, I don't know what difference,
I
if they
don't-
come in with the same plan next time, then you're going to have the same result.
There'd be more board members to vote.
that doesn't matter, though. Like, we're not here to make it a longer process. Everything's already been approved, though. You know? You can't overturn the Board of Health. You can't overturn
Zoning.
zoning. So the only thing left for him, and I understand where he's coming from, I'm just looking at it as everything's already been done. He has to go now, if he wants to file anything, this gentleman needs to go to the Superior Court. We can't hold it up because it's passed.
May I make a suggestion?
Yep.
Just your name and address.
Bruce Wilson, I'm a principal with New England Environmental Design, former Conservation Commission for Rentham 8 years, former Board of Health agent for Bellingham 2 years, actually 4 years. So I've seen a lot of different things come and go. The town is represented by legal counsel, right?
Yeah.
I would suggest that you get a decision or an opinion from legal counsel as to whether he has any standing trying to get the ZBA to overturn their decision where you missed the appeal period. And then that takes it out of your hands.
Or it shouldn't even be in your hands. It should be at the Zoning Board of Appeals' hands.
Is there a way we can get a hold of him tonight so we can just rectify and be done?
With who? The Randors?
I mean, no, with the council, you're
yeah.
saying? I mean,
All right, so we can,
Think so on
okay.
Monday night.
So are you suggesting that we wouldn't need to, that we shouldn't close in that?
I've suggested you should close the vote, but I hate to see you get a denial and have to go through the appeal process.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not serving anybody
Right.
any justice or
Right.
any.
If two members, right, if Bruce is right, if two people are going to vote no tonight, then would rather grant the extension, have another member here, and, but, I mean, a straw poll or, would behoove the best of us tonight.
I mean, that'll be the only difference, is having more members in attendance.
The plans aren't going to change.
Right. I would say that we close.
Okay. Make a motion to close the public hearing for 284 Northwest Main Street, single-family home, map 159, lot 9.
Second.
Okay, doing this again, a motion has been made by Jim and seconded by Mike to close the public hearing for Jason and Alice Randor, 284 Northwest Main Street, DP number 143-1120. Roll call vote.
Jim Foran, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Josiah Birch, no.
Mark Mungem, aye.
So the other thing is that what we have in front of us, we need to stick to the wetlands and go by what we have in front of us. That's kind of my theory. We can't just do what-ifs.
And if you feel that they have met everything in terms of wetlands, then that's what you're going off of. Yes, you're going off of what's within your jurisdiction. Now,
And
I mean,
only our jurisdiction,
Yes.
nothing else, so.
within your jurisdiction, yes. I mean, if you want me to kind of like go through it again, but we don't have the site plan up there, but, so the septic itself is within the 100-foot buffer zone. The proposed house is outside of the 100-foot buffer zone. There's grading within the 100-foot. Grading, I believe, a little bit of grading within the 50-foot.
You could probably save it.
All right, yeah. Yeah.
It's within the 100-foot buffer zone. It's
Yeah.
in our jurisdiction, so.
Yeah.
The change from last month to this month is the removal of the cabin,
Yeah. Yep.
less impervious area.
So were there any conditions on this one that we discussed that we want to include in our vote?
Adhering to the construction phases given on the latest site plan, and let me get the date.
Pre-construction meeting.
In a pre-construction meeting, yes.
9/8.
Yep, so the latest site plan dated 9/8/2025, adhering to the phasing. And then having a pre-construction meeting.
You want to make a motion, Jim?
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve the NOI DP 143, 1120 of 284 Northwest Main Street, map 159, lot 9, with adherence to the phase plan as of 9/8/25 and pre-construction meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, motion has been made by Jim and seconded by Mike to approve the plan or the notice of intent for Jason and Alice Randor, 284 Northwest Main Street, DEP number 143-1120, with the conditions that they adhere to the phasing plan as shown at our meeting on September 8th, and that there be a pre-construction meeting before work is started. So all those in favor?
Jim Farr, aye.
Josiah Birch, no.
Mike Garkowski.
Mark Mangum, aye.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Your signature pages.
Did we continue that?
All right, back to 8A. Reopen the public meeting or public hearing for DP number 143-1125. Notice of intent for Tanyel Bedrosian, Lot 8A, White Court, map 219, Lot 3.
Representing the applicant, Rob Truax, Truax Engineering Group. We'll go back to sharing the screen a little. So again, I think we kind of went over lot 5A in detail, and this is lot 8A. It's on the corner of U and White Court. The septic system's up in the far corner, up in the intersection of the streets. We have the driveway coming in off White Court. Proposed proposed single 4-bedroom house, single family. Again, we do the walkout basement to reduce the grading around the back of the house. We proposed the roof recharge systems, the recharge basin off the driveway, the existing, the proposed well is in the back corner. The erosion control comes across the back. We also extended it all the way up, even though it's out of the buffer, all the way up to White Court, because everything kind of slopes towards U Street if it's not sloping towards the wetlands. And you can see the 50-foot buffer along the back. We're a little bit off of that with the erosion control. And then we have the 100-foot buffer, which comes around, clips the house, and goes across to the other lot. As we talked on the other lot, again, we would revise this to include the erosion control area with the silt fence. Was on the trees, we would try and save some specimen trees in this area up in the front, as well as this corner between the driveway and the lot line. So we wouldn't have to take them all down. With that, I think we would do the same, the O&M plan we gave you. We would be comfortable with the overflow for the drainage basin as we spoke on the other lot. We don't have the stone structure on this site, so we wouldn't be preserving that. But with that, I think I can answer any questions you might have on this one.
Sam, do you have any more on this one?
I would have the same comments for this one. DEP had the same comments with concerns with stormwater. We did receive a stormwater checklist for this one. We also received, let's see, the operation and maintenance plan for this one as well, so I would absolutely include that as a special condition. I would say the same conditions is fine.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
The silt fence with the straw wattle, besides the limited disturbance outside of the stone cellar hole.
Yep.
So you can get that out, but other than that, yeah, receiving a new site plan within 21 days.
Okay.
So it looks like on this plan, the house is a little bit into the 100-foot buffer at the back.
Correct.
And how far is it from the street?
So this is the building setback line right here, coming across the porch, really.
Oh.
I'm 52 feet. I only have 2 feet to spare.
Gotcha. And what is, how much space do you have between the erosion control barrier and the back of the house?
About 40 feet. Not quite, actually. I'd have to measure. I don't have the CAD drawing up. I can't measure it right now. But the garage is 24, so it's about, yeah, probably 35, 40 feet, I would guess.
Do you think that could be tightened up any?
You know, I try to give them somewhat of a backyard. You know, otherwise, once someone buys it, they're going to come back to you and want to cut the trees down or put something back there. I think, you know, keeping the trees away from the house by 30 to 40 feet is always a good rule of thumb.
It's outside of our jurisdiction, but are you saving the stone wall at the front?
Yes. Yeah, it's not in, if you walk it, you saw it. It's not in great shape. Probably clean it up a little in some areas where you can.
Yeah, that's what I could see somebody cleaning that up a little bit and making it look pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't think he can take it down. It's actually in the right of way.
Oh, okay. Right.
The one on the other side of the street happens to fall on the lot, but the one on this side does not. It's actually, he wouldn't be able to just take it down. I believe it's would come under, I don't know, if it's probably a scenic road, no, maybe? I'm not really sure what White Court is.
I didn't even know it was a road. I always thought it was a
He wouldn't have the
driveway.
right to remove that stone wall.
How wide is that?
It's a driveway. I mean, it's going to
Yeah.
the Fish and Game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fishing game down the
Yeah.
gun club. Is it fishing game or gun club? What is it called?
It's a Whitensville Fish and Game.
Yeah, they have control of the pond down there, but
Yeah.
yeah, they stock it. Yeah. I have a question about the well. It looks like the well for this lot is on the other lot. Is that?
No, this is it right here. This is the other well over here. This is the line.
It might have got cut off on the,
Where's the?
This is the setback line. Building setback, maybe that's confusing. You think it's a lot line?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the building setback.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you were okay with the flags?
Yeah, as long as, that's why I asked him what were the updated flags called, because there's a ton of different flags on there, but you can tell there's new ones, brand new ones, so they did refresh it. They refreshed the line. So the ones that are the new ones, I do agree with. As long as those are the ones that are depicted on this plan, then I agree with them. I mean,
They are.
so,
I think the old flags are actually more into the wetlands than what these flags are. I think Joyce had said some of them were like 15, 20 feet away from the old ones.
there is some further in, but there's also orange flags everywhere, all around. There's flags everywhere, but.
Any comments from the audience on the plans? Okay, I mean, I think I have the same conditions, right?
Yeah.
You want to do the same conditions of this one?
make a motion to close DP 143-1125 for Lot 8A White Court, single-family map 219, Lot 3.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Josiah to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Jim Forney.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike, are you an aye or a no to close the public hearing?
Aye.
Mark
Mungem, aye.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the NOI DP 143-1125 for Lot 8A White Court, single-family map 219, Lot 3, with our standard conditions, and to increase to a 6-inch pipe and save some trees in the western corner and by the driveway. Operation plan with the order of conditions and perpetuity, emergency overflow pipe for the recharge basin, silk fence, straw wattles, and receive the plan within 21 days.
Okay, second on that?
Second.
Seconded by Mike. Motion made by Jim. One correction on that?
Oh, sure.
Is that you said the western corner again, and on
Oh.
this one it would be the eastern corner?
Eastern, okay, so with the correction of the eastern corner
And between the, yep,
driveway, yep.
yep.
Sorry about that.
So all those in favor?
Jim Forney.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
I haven't had such a long night in a while.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Oh, no, I'm not complaining. I was just talking.
No, right.
No, I'm not complaining. No one cares anyways if I complain. And by the way, you did not hit my gavel.
Sorry. You know, when you're not here, things don't get done, Jim.
And you also didn't go over who was not here. Oh, we didn't do that tonight either, saying they were excused.
Oh, who was excused? I know, I forget a lot of things.
We can do that after. It's fine, just so it's on record.
All right.
Okay, up to number 7, 6:30 PM, and notice of intent, DP number 143-1123, public hearing continued for Deborah Vio, 25 Lindbergh Ave, deck replacement project, map 227, lot 24.
Good evening. Bruce Wilson, New England Environmental Design. With me tonight is Deborah Vio. We had a few plan revisions based on comments at the last meeting, and we did receive something back from Natural Heritage stating that they didn't feel that there would be any impact to, they didn't identify what the species is, but I'm pretty sure it's a turtle, knowing the habitat that's out there. They wanted to show the stairs coming off. I've added the zoning criteria to the lot so you can see that this lot's pre-existing non-conforming, so we're only allowed to do a little 4x4 landing and some stairs coming off. And then anybody that remembers the pictures, I got new ones here, you can see that there's a deck and entry coming in on the right side of the building. This stair that's in tough shape as well, so we had talked to the builder, and we feel that tying these two together, that internal area is where the kitchen is. Typically, if you want to come out of your kitchen to go to your deck, so we've showed a small 4-foot wide deck to connect, replacing this deck that's here and coming around. We had some concerns here, so I've clipped the corner and pulled it in as tight as we can. That's pretty much, I think, we've got something that we can live with here. I don't know, I've got extra copies, I'm not sure. When I dropped them off, it was on Friday, and I didn't realize that you guys had a closed town hall on Friday, and I left them in the Dropbox. So if anybody's missing a...
Yeah, I don't have the new one in my plans, so yes, I will take one. So I believe when we last met, we had some concerns about the back corner being in the natural heritage.
I've clipped it. I've put some details on here about the disturbance on the property, the different zones, and the disturbance in the natural heritage there, and the percentages on the lot, so we're talking very small, minute area. And then the natural heritage pretty much agree with my thoughts on it. I don't think you're gonna find a turtle that's gonna wanna lay its eggs next to a generator.
Might be nice and warm.
Might be warm, but they're kind of shy to that. I don't know if you've ever been involved. I live down off of the Mill River in Blackstone, so I do have turtles, not the eastern box turtle, but the painted turtles. But they come up, and when you're on the lawnmower and stuff, they pretty much run away.
Yeah, I mean, I did drive by the site and took a look at it.
I mean, it's well manicured. You can see by the pictures too that, we've got an established yard. The only excavation will be the little sonotube holes. There's probably about 8 sonotubes, which would be dug by hand, and the material, put back in around or spread in the area. But it's very minute excavation going to be going on. Almost, I mean, I'm showing the silt fence and straw wattle just to keep any maybe construction debris that might get loose and keep it from going very far. I've got pretty much around the right side, about 4 or 5 feet off of where we're going to be working, just so the guys can get around and get their equipment in there and do their thing. Yeah.
So, in looking at it, I realized too that we have 2 other projects in the same area.
Yeah.
Aaron Sokrat has
we just got approved, he just got approved a extension on the back of his place, and then the one next to him, I'm not sure the name,
I forget that one.
LaBelle.
Yes, LaBelle. Yep.
They are in the process of building at the back, and I think they're even closer than what you are, I believe. So,
Right.
you know, so, yeah, just bringing that up as a,
But I mean, look at the pictures. I mean, it's,
No, it's
yeah, I
it's
mean,
fine, yeah.
I don't think we have anything to worry here. No vegetation is going to be cut, no trees. I mean, they might have a few plants that they relocate somewhere on the property just to keep them from being trampled on by the workers mostly.
so what did you say there was going to be? 4 sonotubes?
There's probably like going to be eight sonotubes. Every 8 feet, you usually put a sonotube under the building construction. And then where your stairway is, you've got to anchor your stairs so they don't get away from you.
And how are those dug?
By hand.
Those will be dug by hand, probably with a post hole digger. I've had a lot of experience doing those,
Oh, God bless you, that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
man.
work.
especially the road stones.
Not in Douglas. You don't do much of the post hole digger in Douglas.
It's
not
tough.
in this area.
It's gonna be
I
tough.
mean, it's just rock.
It's rock.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
much rock.
Well, don't tell me, but we usually wipe the bottom off.
And the material that comes from the holes will be removed?
Pretty much put back. I mean, obviously, some of the hole will be the 8-inch or 10-inch sonotube that's there, but, I mean, whatever material's there could easily be spread underneath. You know, it's their intent to spread crushed stone underneath the deck so that it will allow for drainage to get through there, so we're not creating any impervious surface there or any extra runoff
But that's more disturbed area, though.
underneath the deck.
Yeah. During construction, that's a disturbed area, correct?
Yeah, but it's in the figure, it's in the numbers.
It is in the numbers. Okay.
Whatever's there for vegetation would probably not do as well because it wouldn't be getting the
No,
sunlight.
no, it won't. Okay.
Any other questions or anything?
Nope, I don't. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Tim?
No, I'm okay.
Any questions from anybody in the audience or on Zoom? Sam, you have anything?
No, last time I went through the fact that the applicant has the burden of proving to the commission that there's going to be no adverse impact to resource areas just because the work will come within 25 feet closer, and that at least the silt barrier will come closer than 25 feet to the resource area. So it's just up to them to prove to the commission why they don't feel there's going to be any adverse impacts to the resource area. And then I just had make sure the silt fence is looking good. I mean, there'll be a pre-construction meeting, I'm assuming, because it is part of the special conditions. So just to check that silt fence, because it is kind of a steep slope going down to the wetlands. But other than that, we got the letter from Natural Heritage that explained that this would not adversely affect. So I had no further comments on this one. I recommend a standard special if you're going to approve it.
I would, there's no clearing, correct? But I would make that a condition.
The only, if you look on the back of the house, they might have to relocate a few of the garden plants that are there. But there's a couple retaining walls, so the silt fence would come right to the end of the wall, and then there's a crawl space entrance that will remain underneath the deck. You'll just have to duck when you want to go in there, but.
Okay. So,
Standard conditions, silk fence, and pre-construction meeting.
and can we add no?
We can add whatever.
No additional clearing?
No, it's beautiful. You were out there, it's a beautiful yard, we don't need it to anymore.
No, looks great.
That's going to be your sanctity out back there, that's what I have at my house.
Sure. All right. I'm ready.
Make a motion to close the hearing
Yeah.
for DP 143-1123 for 25 Lindbergh Ave, deck replacement, map 227, lot 24.
With conditions?
I was
close.
closing.
Sorry.
Right?
I'm ahead of myself.
Oh, okay.
All right, motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Mike to close the public hearing.
Jim Foran, aye.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye.
Make a motion to approve DP 143-1123 of 25 Lunenburg Ave, deck replacement map 227, lot 24, with the following conditions: no additional clearance, standard conditions, and pre-construction meeting, and make silk fence in good condition.
Yeah, I mean, they have the silt fence proposed on here anyway, so I mean, I don't think it's necessary. If we do a pre-construction meeting, that'll get reviewed
Okay.
at that time, so.
That's my, I strongly
Yeah.
agree. The silt fence keeps the straw wattles from migrating, and then it
Second.
works pretty good.
I have a question.
Thanks.
If I could. What's the pre-construction meeting? What does that entail?
So basically, before you do any work, we have you guys go through the order of conditions, make sure you understand all of the conditions under your permit. That's one thing. We check the erosion controls, we make sure you have your DEP sign up at the road. There's several things that we go through when we do it.
That's typical?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And when does, all right, and then where does that take place?
at your house.
Okay.
Yep, so it takes place there, yep.
Okay, thank you.
It is
And you
a-
serve coffee and donuts, and, you know, we have a party after.
I'll send out the menu.
It is a standard condition, but I don't know if you guys have always done it here. So we're starting to do it more here, because it is supposed to be a standard condition across the board for all applications, so it's just something we're trying to incorporate more.
Keeps
Okay.
the contractor out of trouble.
Yeah,
It is very helpful.
Typically.
Yep.
Keeps them honest, yeah. Yep.
yeah, thank you.
All right, yep, you're welcome. So,
We had a first and second.
yep, motion has been made and seconded to approve the notice of intent. Is it notice of intent? Yep, notice of intent for Deborah Vio, 25 Lindbergh Ave, for deck replacement project, map 227, lot 24, with the conditions of a
Pre-construction.
add a silt fence to the straw wattles, to have a pre-construction meeting.
Standard
to,
conditions.
Follow the standard conditions,
No
and to,
additional clearing.
that there would be no additional clearing.
Jim Foran, aye.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
This one.
Ooh, look at that. Getting down. Nitty-gritty.
What's going on?
I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Ugh.
You know, the younger I get, the more I need to wear my glasses.
My optometrist told me I need,
Bifocals.
change mine. She told me that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Every time I go,
10 years
she's
until
like,
I was like... All right. Item number 8, NNOI, DP number 143-11 not known, public hearing continued for Joseph Leonardo, 269 Southeast Main Street, a driveway and single-family home, map 245, lot 41. Hello. Thank you for holding out.
Good evening. So,
Good evening.
I have took some
Could you
pictures.
just give us your name and address
Oh,
first,
Joseph
please?
Leonardo.
Yep.
And it's regarding 269 Southeast Main Street.
And your name as well?
I'm Valerie Leonardo.
And pass these along, please. They're just, no, it's one set. Here, here's another set. And here's a set.
There's some nice pictures here of you, Joe.
One more set to pass it on to the end.
Thank you.
Another one for you.
I think this is good.
I think everybody's got one?
Yep.
Okay, great. All right, so if I may, The first picture is to show, we're standing here in the middle of the street, this is Pine Street, and we're taking a picture, out here. Okay, and in that particular picture, we show a brown post at one end, another brown post that's roughly, they're 25 feet apart. And then between that, you got two white stakes, that's over here and here. And those are the ones where the driveway cut would be, going in. And at the end, this last stake right here shows that it's 75 feet away from the intermittent stream. Okay, now, all of this came about because, as a result of Samantha giving us some insight at the last meeting about preparing this document the way that it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Yep.
nothing any further.
Yeah.
Okay, then further, the next picture shows just an angle view, if you would, of along the street, and it shows the first stake, along with a tape measure, that's
Yeah.
from the intermittent stream, to 75 foot, and then I'm standing at the next stake, and then it's a little close-up of me. I guess I'm kind of a hog for pictures, and it shows
Nice photo.
standing there. Okay, this next picture is a little difficult, the third one, but yet it tells the story about how dense, the copse growth has gotten, and that is that, so the Valerie is standing at the edge of the road, and I am into the woods, if you would, and I'm about 60 feet into the woods from the road edge, not from here, but from here. Okay, and then afterwards, I go a little further, and you see there's a large tree, right behind it, and that large tree is a double tree, and it happens to be behind me.
Yep.
All right, the next one is, I'm in the same position, where I'm standing, and I turn now, and I'm turning this way, right here. I'm standing here, okay, and I'm turning upwards, with the picture, and I'm looking that way. And if you see over there, there's mostly all basically small saplings, they're very dense, and that's it. And so now, my next one is, I'm thinking that when I asked for a driveway, cut, that I probably was being a little overcautious, and I'm not sure why we can't seem to be getting a DEP number. It appears more, well, maybe I confused them by giving them 269 Southeast Main Street, this big here, and then not knowing where the heck, we're working from here. Okay, but by blowing this thing up, here, instead of having, I'm sorry, the sheets that were sent to DEP was this one, and this one, okay, which kind of shows, not with the color though, it shows, what it is. But these were the resent. The first ones were not that clear, were resent. And it appears that somewhere I'm into the back burner about what to do with it. But as a result of, with an answer to last month's meeting, by doing, this little sketch here, it kind of answers most of those questions. So the reddish line here is the 50-foot buffer zone. The yellow line is the 100-foot. All of the work, if we do any building of the house and the septic system, it'll all be outside of the 100-foot zone. But the driveway now is within, close enough to the wetland area. But within the intermittent stream, being down here at the edge of the lot, okay, we're a good, 41 feet away. And so what I'd like to request is that I would like still to pursue to get to NOI, in other words, the application is there. But, time is also kind of fleeting, and it's going to get colder. And I was planning on doing most of the cutting of the small saplings. Some of them are about an inch and a half big. No big trees will be taken. I also happen to have a chipper, and with that, I'll actually chip all of the stuff on site. Also, in terms of putting in a buffer here, right along the edge here, right here, is to have something so that nothing, falls, if we get a heavy rain like we had Saturday, okay, that actually kind of like pushes a lot of stuff in a hurry. But by putting in a combination of the straw wattle and then also having a lot of the chips, they can also be directed, directly, let's say over that wattle, it would actually be a much bigger, and safer area to make sure that no soil gets brought down. But again, I wasn't planning on doing any excavating here for a while, until we get an excavator up here and dig the test pit holes. And I've noticed that, with the earlier meetings, that a lot of them where they have an approved lot, you got to have these test pit holes in order to get that done. And so that's what I'm requesting. And I didn't want to get over and seem that I wanted to be impetuous and not wait for the number, but so that's my request.
Sam, did you take a look?
Yeah, so since the last time, Mr. Leonardo has added, which is nice, added the distance from the driveway itself and the limit of work to the resource area. So we're 41.9 feet from, it looks like, the limit of work, and then 45-ish from the driveway itself, which is nice. The site plan is a lot clearer. I can zoom in with no issues. I had also requested that he extend the limit of disturbance, I believe, to the south of the house of the north arrow, yep. So south of the house, which he did, he wrapped it around the house on the east side and came back up, which is perfect. So everything that I had requested, and the grades as well, I had requested a detail of the erosion controls, which is in the plan now. So everything that I had requested is there. The only thing we're missing is a DEP file number. I don't know why it's not even showing up on the website that it's in there for what I look at, because it'll show up a lot of the time. The address will show up, but there's no DEP number next to it yet. But I'm not even seeing the address. I would give them a call if you can. DEP Central Region, give them a call. Get in touch with somebody and just say, did you receive this? Did they give you any confirmation? Do you know if they received the application? I don't know what they typically do, but I'm just more concerned that they may not have even received it in the first place. I don't know how you submitted it, but.
Well, what I did before the previous meeting, we already had talked to Jen, and found out that the people in Boston hadn't received it, or said that they hadn't received it. And so then we went and checked to see if the check was cashed, and the check was cashed. So then Jen did call the people, and they said, well, we may have cashed the check, but we can't find the file. So luckily we had the better, she sent them a new set of files, and so now we're into the waiting game. But the situation, I think, that I created was by sending them, like I just said, those previous sheets, and I asked for a driveway, like that. And so I think that maybe they're just lost, because there is no such thing as like, here's where the house is going, here's where we're going to do this, here's where we're going to do the septic system.
You don't have the septic design included.
And so therefore, I put the, what I want to say, to put the cart way before the horse. Okay, and at which point then I think that being overcautious, and also as a developer, by the way, I am not, this is not my first thing here. I always want to be on the cautious side as opposed to being on the one where, what the heck did you do?
Yep.
That happens to too many of my colleagues, and then they all, do one of these. So luckily, I'm not into that mode. So I want to avoid those at all costs. And this also happens to be for my granddaughter.
My daughter.
Not her.
Okay.
And
It's from my daughter.
so at which point then, it's, well, it's a little bit of a time crunch right now.
So what I will say is, under the Wetlands Protection Act, there's a section for minor activities within the buffer zone that can be approved, and doing soil test pits is one of them. So if that's what Mr. Leonardo is trying to do, I mean, we could continue this NOI, hoping that DEP gets back to you, if you want to continue, to the next one or the one after that, whatever you think, and then allow him to cut. Now, it's up to your discretion as to, I don't think he should be able to clear cut, that whole area, but cut as however the backhoe can get up there, as far as you can from the resource area, and cutting those saplings down in order to just get the backhoe up there in order to do the testing would be something that would be able to happen under minor activities in 310 CMR 10. So if you want to approve that, you can. I don't think you really need to take a vote on it or anything, but you could give him verbal approval and continue this to the next meeting or the meeting after if you wanted to go forward with that. Otherwise, everything looks good on my end for the plan. I mean, it would be nice to obviously see the septic system when that does get approved. My other concern was, I don't know other boards that you're filing with right now. I know because you don't have the septic system, you may not be filing with all of them. So you may want to maybe wait a couple meetings to continue, maybe in October, to get back to us and see what your progress has been. I don't know how soon you're wanting to do the testing. I'm assuming sooner than later, but maybe do the testing as soon as you can, and then filing with the other boards. You want to file with all of us at the same time generally.
So the main thing, as Samantha just said, is to get over there and have the Board of Health and the people at the engineering, conduct the deep hole tests. Okay, get those results, see what those are. That's where the original issue was, is that if this area here is not agreeable, to a nice area, then I need to move it. It can easily reshape the lot, because this thing here is not permanent right now. So that's, very flexible. And as, I'm sorry, Ms. Caruso.
That's okay.
This one right here, I will limit this thing here to being just enough to get an excavator up there, because a backhoe, would not necessarily, penetrate some of the things that we need to do, because some of the boulders right here might easily be on the order of about a cubic yard or more.
Okay. Any thoughts or questions?
No.
I mean, anybody in the audience have any thoughts or questions? I would say I'm fine.
I'm okay
with
just a verbal for him to do the backhoe and get tested.
Yeah.
Take a vote.
A minor.
Like to, or
Yeah.
verbal, or whatever.
You want to take a vote for the minor
Would it work?
activity?
Yeah.
Do you want me to read it as far as the regulations goes? Okay.
please.
So under 310 CMR 10.02B, activities within the buffer zone. So B2, minor activities. G, activities that are temporary in nature, have negligible impacts, and are necessary for planning and designing purposes. Example, installation of monitoring wells, exploratory borings, sediment sampling and surveying, and percolation tests for septic systems, provided that resource areas are not crossed for site access. That's that.
Okay. Did you get the code?
Yep.
You did.
B2 minor and G. All right, so I'll make a motion.
10.02.
The minor activity will take place where you have shown the proposed driveway to be, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And you'll cut
cut the trees,
Oh,
or
yeah.
all the little
Yeah.
trees, but not
Yeah.
stump them out.
Oh, no, none of them.
Don't stump them yet,
One more thing,
because-
too. There will not be anything like bigger than this, or
Yeah, they're
realistic.
gonna be-
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything bigger anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Well, what I mean
All you
to
do
say-
is cut, it'll be that size
Yeah,
again in
but
2
there-
years.
There are some in the way.
Okay.
And, okay, and also you're welcome to stop by and take a look.
Yeah.
All right.
So make a motion to close, right?
There's nothing to close.
No.
I'm just going to close.
Just to approve the minor
take a
activity in the
vote.
buffer zone.
Yeah.
All right. Make a motion to approve the
Minor activity.
minor activity for B2's
So-
G 10.02.
Yeah, I mean, oh, do you want me to say which one it is? So it's under 10.02 B2G. So that's on the record.
So moved.
Okay.
Second?
Second.
All right.
All these technicalities tonight.
So motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Josiah to approve a minor modification,
Just minor work within the buffer
minor
zone.
work within the
Yes.
buffer zone to be able to, for the applicant to access to do some test pits. So, yeah.
Jim Forney?
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Rocco.
Mark Mungem, aye. All right. So go ahead and,
And when would you like to continue to? We have September 22nd or October 6th.
Whichever you would like.
October.
Probably do October.
definitely October.
As long as I can, well, excuse me, you've already said I can get in there. So my.
It's a matter of waiting from
Yeah, my
DEP
point is
now.
It's not going
Yeah.
to, I'm not going to be doing it overnight because I got to marshal up some guys for doing that. And I'll probably by the next meeting, we should have some results, not the test pit results, but enough that you'll be able to see. And hopefully we'll have the numbers the DEP number so that we can continue without,
All right.
with a.
All right.
Motion to continue?
Make a motion to continue to October 6th.
October 6th.
Yes.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Josiah to continue public hearing. No number yet for Joseph Leonardo, 269 Southeast Main Street, map 245, lot 41, to October 6th.
Thank you.
Those in favor?
Jim Forney?
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Rocco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 9, 6:30 PM, NOI DEP number 143-1122, public hearing continued for Stephen Flagg, 3 Huff Road, single-family home, map 111, lot 44.
Hi.
Hi there.
Steve Flagg, 3 Huff Road.
Yeah.
I'm here on the continuance. And I
Okay.
have Scott Jordan up on Zoom to handle the technical questions.
All right.
Yes, folks, since we last met, we provided the requested revisions and materials from our first hearing. We've added the existing dock to the plan. We revised the notice of intent application form to include the dock. And we have provided infiltration swales along the driveway and along the drip line of the house. So we should be able to infiltrate the roof runoff. And that was all of the requests that we had noted. We do have directional arrows and grading shown on the proposed driveway also. I believe that was requested. Try to answer any questions you might have.
I had one other note of a request, and that was to add some shrubs. 10 shrubs along the Old Parker Road side of the site?
I think you had originally discussed it as being a special condition
Yeah,
upon approval.
okay.
So I would recommend making that a special condition because they are in the flood zone there. So you said plant 10 native shrubs along the northeast or northwest proposed boundaries.
Right.
Northeast.
Northeast or northwest
And or northwest.
property boundaries. So through the chair,
Yep, go ahead.
Scott did kind of go into it a little bit, but last time we wanted a revised WPA form showing land under water bodies and waterways as well as bank to be impacted by the existing aluminum dock which is on site, which had not been approved prior. So now that has been included in this notice of intent. Another thing we had talked about is they need to request a Chapter 91 license because Manchog Pond is a great pond. So we had discussed one of the conditions being requesting a Chapter 91 license and getting that before issuing a certificate of compliance for this work. So that was another special condition we had discussed. Last time you wanted to see the dock being included, which the dock has now been included. We wanted to see trenches along the driveway, which have been included. Let me see the north arrow. Okay, so we've got along the eastern side of the driveway, northeastern, north side of the driveway here along the property line. There's been an infiltration trench / swale added there for the driveway runoff and roof runoff as well. So those were the main concerns last time. With those concerns being met, I recommend a standard special conditions with the special conditions of planting the 10 native shrubs, as well as receiving a Chapter 91 license before the issuance of a certificate of compliance for this application. Other than that, now that the dock has been included and the WPA form has been added to, I have no further comments.
Thank you, Samantha. In looking at this plan, I don't see any buffer zone lines. Are they on here?
It's difficult to see. I'm pretty sure it's this darker 100-foot. I don't know if you can see my cursor up here, but there's like a little dark 100-foot line. It is not clear where the buffer zone is, I will say that, because there's a lot of 100-foot around well radiuses on this
Yes, which
plan.
is showing up much clearer than the
Yeah,
wetland
so
buffer zone.
I'm pretty sure that this
You're
one,
correct, Sam. That is the buffer zone, and there are several radius, which for the wells and septics, yes.
Where is it?
it's right, see this dark line right here?
Could you point it out with your cursor?
See it right here? My cursor's kind of hard to see too, but let me see. This line right here, this little bit of darker 100-foot,
Yeah.
that's the 100-foot buffer zone to the resource area, but it kind of stops going off-site here. But yeah, it cuts through the proposed house.
And so that's the only buffer zone that's shown? There's no 100, no 50 or 25 shown on this plan?
Doesn't look like it is to me. There's the 25-foot setback line from the retaining wall, which acts as the
That
top
would
of
be it,
bank.
Right?
But, yeah, other than that, I'm not seeing any setbacks for the buffer zone.
Yeah, we're showing a 25 off the retaining wall, which is the bank of the pond.
Okay, so there's an existing two-bedroom house, an existing deck, and an existing concrete pad.
Correct.
Existing to be removed.
Should be removed. They are located within the buffer zone, much closer to the pond, and they're also located within bordering land subject to flooding. So that's obviously a great improvement. We're taking those out, moving the house back away from the pond and out of the flood zone.
Okay. And what is going in there in the area where they're being removed?
lawn.
Yeah, that's why we had suggested adding plantings last time.
Yep. I just want to hear from them.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say that, it just
Yeah.
says removed, it doesn't say what happens in that area. Okay.
Yeah, I cannot recall if they've put that in the notes or not, but that will be lawn.
All right, and so the swales or the, what are they called, along the edge of the driveway and along the edge of the house, are those the infiltrator swale details on the page? Is that what
Yep,
that is?
details, it'll be Marafi construction fabric, and then crushed stone.
And that's 3/4 inch stone, is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
6 inches deep?
Yep.
That's along the edge of the driveway, I see, yep. I need magnifying glass.
Can you see, is this what you're looking at?
No, I'm trying to see the driveway.
Do you have a bigger plan? Let me see. Here's where I'm zooming in, but I can try to find a bigger plan in the meantime.
I want to see what direction the water is on the driveway, because I just don't want to see water shedding off to the neighbor's property.
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Absolutely, please.
This is the property that I went down to. And there's a white fence that goes like kind of from where the proposed driveway all the way down to the water. And it's pretty tight there. I mean, I don't even know how the runoff or even how that could be done. It's so narrow there. And with your next door neighbor's well, I'm not really sure how close that is to where, I'm just trying to remember where her well was.
Yeah, the well looks like it's only about
Oh, you have a bigger one?
8-10 feet away from the property boundary.
From the property line.
Right.
Yeah.
You just can't have a septic within 100 feet, right?
Right.
Someone else's well, so.
Right.
And that's why I'm looking at the grades on the driveway, because I don't want any water going towards their well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's a really nice place. I mean, it's a beautiful spot.
Thank you.
It is. But with what's there, you know. But I don't know. It's pretty tight.
So I'm looking at your little arrows on the driveway, and out in front of the garage, they pitch away from the garage, but then in the middle of the driveway, or not, in the parking area, they go kind of both directions. You have an arrow going, so it looks like there's a crown there.
Yeah.
So but you're proposing for that water to be caught by the infiltrator swale and then directed over back towards the house, is that correct? And to go down?
No, to infiltrate. To infiltrate. The original concern at the first hearing was water flowing onto the adjacent property, so
Correct.
we will grab that.
Right, but it looks like it's going to have a pitch too, because the top corner of that parking area is 525.7, and the bottom corner is 524. So if that swale is beside it, it's probably going to have a similar pitch, wouldn't it?
Well, the purpose is to infiltrate, not to direct water towards the pond.
All right, well, with only 6 inches of stone, that's not a lot of infiltration.
Well, there is some concern about shallow groundwater out here. We are at the pond, so that's why that's our only option. I mean, there's no requirement for stormwater management for the single-family house and their DEP standards. And generally, these rudimentary stone-lined swales are what folks provide for this type of project. In the absence of, clearly, we wouldn't do a stormwater basin, et cetera. And with groundwater expected to be shallow out there, well, we wouldn't even attempt to do like a dry well. Buried, several feet in the ground.
Right. So why do you need to be so close to the property line with the driveway? And the swale. I mean, you're like right on the line there. I don't even know how you build it when you're so right on the line. It just seems like not a good plan to me, that it's so close, that there's no buffer area. Is there any ability to reduce the size of the parking area?
Any suggestions, Scott?
Well, I'm not the design engineer. I don't know if Steve has an opinion on the proposed size versus something that may be more acceptable to the commission. Let me try to see what the size of that is. Let me try to scale this off.
Is there another large copy? Could I look at that just quickly, Mark?
Any comments from the, yeah, why don't you come up and...
Dawn Wilson from 11 Puck Road. Couple of things from the zoning plan, item 6, which was engineered plan to manage the drainage and the flow surface. The whole left side of the plan was geared to get the water to drain away from the property line. That's a condition in the zoning plan, number 1. Number 2, again, that cement pad that's supposedly supposed to be removed does not exist. There is no cement pad under the trailer.
It's just on blocks, excuse me.
Yeah, it's
just on
pilings.
It's just on cement blocks then?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no pad or anything there. It's a trailer. It's a trailer that was built around, so there's no pad underneath. It's ground. The other thing, just get my notes here. Question I was wondering about with all this building, because there is a trailer there, perk tests and all of that with proposed new buildings, are those required? And is that under your jurisdiction? Where you're going to be
a perk test would be required for a in-ground septic system. They're proposing a tight tank, so
Isn't that in ground?
It's definitely in the ground, but it's not the same as a perk test for a leach field type of system.
Okay.
Board of Health has given us full approval with the tight tank.
I'd like to see that approval because as of 3:45 today, there is no permits or licenses that have been taken out from the Board of Health in Douglas. So, that is a falsehood.
It was spoken with the Board of Health, and from tight tank to tight tank, they said we did not need anything.
Well, I know this is your jurisdiction, but...
That's right, this is not their jurisdiction, so we gotta talk about their jurisdiction.
Exactly.
Not Board of Health. Board of Health has already given us a green light. Hence the tight tank.
Well, in new construction, tight tanks, if they're approved, can't be moved under new construction either. So if a tight tank has been approved, passed inspection, it does not move. It stays where it is.
Board of Health question, not Conservation Commission.
My concern is that the water flow is still not being addressed on this property. Also, that the driveway is going over an easement, which is not their land. It's an easement.
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt you again. When I did go down there, it was like, I couldn't tell where the entrance to the property was, you know, so I understand now with this, you know.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, there's a Parker Road, goes around.
Yeah.
It's a dirt road.
Yep.
And then the grass is there, but the grass is the easement, yeah.
Yeah. But my concern was the new proposed, where the house is going to be, it's only 15 feet to the line. And
zoning board has given us full
looks
approval.
less than...
Yeah, folks, we went over this already. This stuff's been approved.
All zoning board and that has all been approved.
We've addressed the request by the commission. The parking area is about 29, maybe 30 feet wide, so it's designed for 2 cars. Approximately, it's about 2 cars widths.
But the neighbor's well is very close to where the...
There's no setback for that for a well. You'll see up in front of the proposed deck, our well is only 15 feet from an infiltration trench. So the engineer has designed it to meet any requirements, any setback requirements that would pertain to wells and septics, et cetera.
This plan also says that all the wells are within 200 feet. Our well is not shown on that plan, and ours is within 200 feet. So
Where's your house?
next to the left side there.
On the left, that's yours?
No.
Oh, on the other?
Property next to that.
Next to that.
Which would be
Is it
within
200 feet or is it 100 feet?
Well, I don't know what the Board of Health setbacks are. It seems that this is probably 50 feet from a tight tank for an existing well. Now, for septic leach fields, it's 100 feet from a well.
Okay.
Now, there's no leach field proposed here.
Because it's a tight tank.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I will emphasize that that is a Board of Health issue.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's, now, the runoff for the driveway, understandable, that could have impacts on the resource area, although that most of it is outside of the 100-foot buffer zone as well.
Quite a ways outside.
Yep. Which makes it not our jurisdiction.
Yeah, I mean, typically, it's not your jurisdiction unless something happens, if there was a sedimentation event coming from that driveway going down into the resource area, then it would be your jurisdiction if it was outside of the 100-foot.
Right. Right, and water comes down that way, comes down Parker Road, can turn into this driveway, can continue, if not done correctly. So, I mean, it can impact the jurisdictional area for sure, even though the work is mostly outside of 100 feet.
If it would please the board, we could make that driveway a little narrower to make that swale closer to my property line.
Well, the zoning board, someone just said, or Don just said that there is a condition that you direct water away from the property line. So, I mean, I think that
has to be met. And that's what I was trying to achieve as well. So I just think it needs to be clear, and I think we would want to put the same condition on the plan probably as maybe the zoning board said, in that the, water be directed away from the property line. That's all we can do.
Well, you're going to direct it to the other property line.
Well, you got the house and all in between, so.
Understood.
Yeah. I don't know, what else can you do, right?
I mean, it just like the previous one, it was...
All these, there are all these places that are all tight and...
Correct.
On top of one another. You see the road going down there?
I tried to go through the campground.
Yeah.
They won't let you.
They wouldn't let me go through. No, they wouldn't. Go around, so I did.
Yeah.
It came in by Oak Street, came back that way.
And Sam, do you have anything?
What's that?
Do you have anything?
No, I think narrowing the driveway could be helpful because so as you pointed out, the stone trench is right up to the property line. So the limit of work probably going to come a little bit beyond that. So it would be, a good decision to probably narrow it a little bit at least so that the limit of work is within the property line as well. If that's the concern that you guys have.
That's the concern.
And pitching it towards the
One of them.
other side of the driveway. I don't know if that's the southeast side of the driveway.
What are we talking, 10 or 15 feet?
You got to give at least...
No, I think
you need that. It's really, really tight. I'm serious. Maybe we've got to look at it.
Giving at least 5 feet from the trench itself for the limit of work, is definitely recommended.
And there's a lot of nice, cottages down there. It's, I don't know.
We've also moved the house out of the flood zone, way back from the water.
Right. Yeah, you're 80 feet from the water.
The water, right.
And, you're turning all that impervious surface where the house and the deck used to be into lawn.
Correct.
So, that's going to be an improvement back there. We're going to add some shrubs. That's my only concern is the driveway and the water from the driveway and not having it impact the neighbor. So would you be amenable to shrinking the driveway to be able to?
Yeah, to add that, yeah, I would shrink it. Would you need the width of that swale or double width of the swale? For how wide is the swale?
The swale is only 2 feet wide on the plan.
Yeah, so if we moved it 4 feet.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Well, 4 feet. No, but go 4 feet in.
It needs to be at least that, yes.
We would be agreeable to that.
All right. So add that as a condition. Mr. Vice Chair.
I'm working on it.
I'm getting
4 feet?
demanding here.
We can certainly provide the commission with revised plans showing that driveway, the westerly limit of that driveway coming in, what did we say? 4, 8?
5 feet.
8 feet, 8 feet narrow.
5 feet, 5 feet.
You're okay with that, Steve?
5 feet, correct? Correct, yes, 5 feet, yes.
5 feet narrower on the parking area.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
He might not be able to hear you with the microphone.
I don't know if you folks can hear me. Sometimes it sounds like you're in and out on my end.
So
We can hear you okay.
Stone, can you go more than what is it, 6 inches?
Right now.
Make it- You want like a foot or no?
He's concerned about groundwater, so. I don't-
Oh, okay.
I don't
It's
think
right,
we-
yeah, the groundwater's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was just
So,
asking.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, it's applicable, maybe, as far as you could go. It's really,
All right. So,
It's gonna go right to the well?
if that's what could happen, the water could go right to their well.
No, we're requesting that they reduce the size of the driveway and have more space.
And that's a shallow well, so
Through the chair, whoever is speaking needs to come up to the front, okay?
name and address. I know you've already said it, but
Okay.
since you're back up again. Thank you.
sorry.
No.
11 Huff Road. So you're proposing that the driveway shrinks 5 feet off of there, but the direction of the driveway is going downhill, and the direction of the water is going to go down the driveway into that corner, and at the end of that driveway, on the other side of the property, is the existing shallow well. And that's
Well-
going to prevent water from going into the property?
There's a drain, infiltration drain that runs alongside the edge of the building. And the water from the driveway and from the infiltration drain next to the driveway will go to that infiltration drain when it builds up. So it won't go towards your property in the well.
And how deep is that?
They're proposing a 6-inch deep stone.
And that's going to stop groundwater from going,
Groundwater, we're not trying to stop groundwater.
would it? It's going to stop the water from going to the property?
Yes.
So when we get a heavy rain, it's going to stop all the water from going,
I don't know. I don't know what happens there now.
I can tell you, from the road, it comes right into the yards and floods us out.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. So, trying to make it not,
We're trying to make it better.
yeah.
Through the chair,
Yes.
I'm doing some rough calcs here. I have a reduced plan and I have my scale here. If we scoot that driveway in about 5 feet on the left side, there's only going to be about 10 or so feet rough. Again, I'm doing rough measurements here. There will be draining towards the left, which I believe is the northwest direction. And the bulk of that driveway and the right side of the parking area will drain to the right.
Right, but you hear what we're saying. We don't want water coming off that driveway, going towards the property line. And you need to have the property edge be higher than the infiltration swale that's next to the building. So I don't know who's designing this or whatever, but that's what we asked for before you came back tonight. And that's what you have to confirm to us that's what the final plan is going to be. We're fine to approve the plan, I think, if that objective is being met.
Through the chair. Scott, what I have up right now, the infiltrator swale details, can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like, now, here's the proposed paved driveway, and it looks like you have a pitch going towards, on the opposite side, towards this crushed stone trench. Is that correct? Now, is that on all sides of the infiltrator trench?
Yeah, I believe that the diagram on the bottom would be what we would expect.
So just for example, the side, the infiltrator trench that is along that property line, would it look similar to that, this infiltrator trench, that the pitch is going to be going towards the trench and the proposed driveway and not down towards the adjacent lot.
Well, yeah, because the driveway, those spot grades they're showing, that's 525 and 524, and the existing grades in there are at the 526, and the 524 is, you see, 524 is here, so they'll be just about at grade. They'll be just about at grade.
Okay, because from that detail.
So those swales should be recessed, is what I'm seeing. So the depiction on the bottom of that detail would be more accurate on that left side there.
Okay, so just for clarification purposes, when I'm looking at it from here, it seems that it would be pitched from left to right, going towards the driveway, towards the infiltrator swale, on the left side of that swale. Because that's what it seems like in the detail in that cross section. So I just kind of wanted, for clarification purposes.
So you're saying the runoff would go towards the driveway?
Well, it's just because the way that cross section is here. Let's go back here. It looks to me like you've got the driveway, the swale, and then a little bit of an incline. So that would mean that the water coming from the driveway is going to go into the swale, but then would have to climb up to go then onto the adjacent property. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to understand. If looking at the driveway from here, if I'm looking at the left side where this swale is, from that detail, it seems that the water coming from the driveway would be in this area, pitched towards the infiltration trench, but then it would not be after the trench, it would not be then pitched down towards the adjacent property.
No, it's pitched back towards the driveway.
And that's what, yeah, so that's what I just wanted to clarify with Scott.
That's what I anticipate also.
Okay.
Just make sure that this infiltration is substantial enough to handle the water, the flow. Because water is flowing towards the pond. It's not just flowing, it's not flat. That, I don't see, I mean, that infiltrator swale is not flat from the top of the driveway to the bottom of the house, is it?
No.
No. Can't
No,
be,
it looks like it's
because
on grade or follow the grade of the proposed driveway.
Right, so you're at 525.7 at the corner of the driveway, and the corner of the house is at 523 or whatever down there. So, I mean, it's flowing that way, so it needs to be substantial enough to handle water flowing down it. But that needs to keep the water away from the adjacent property. So you'll re-show that, correct?
Yes, we can reduce the driveway width by 5 feet. And we will have the engineer address the drainage.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Okay.
So continue this to next meeting? Or do we vote? What's we gonna do?
So we're talking about either continuing or voting. Do you want to allow us to continue, or?
Well, with those special conditions that he would put on the revised plans of the 5-foot smaller driveway, and he also mentioned that even with the driveway not shrunk, it's majority of the water is going to the right anyways, as you're looking down. Away from the property line that's in question.
For me, there's not enough spot grades here that I know that's happening, and it really, I want the plan intensified and to be able to know for sure that that's happening. So have your engineer, redo it or look at that and show that, please. So
the 528, those there are not showing the runoff properly?
Not in relation to the property line, no.
Okay.
It's straight on the property line, so.
But they're going to move that.
Move it 5 feet?
Yep.
If you could do it more, it would be better,
Sure. Whatever it takes to be able to make sure that water's not going that direction.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with it, but
There's a lot of water there. There's no,
there is a lot of water.
Yeah, that's just,
yeah.
You can't change that,
I know, it's a tight spot, but it's a beautiful location, though.
Right. And moving it out of the flood zone, moving away from the water, I think we've kind of met all Conservation Commission's main concerns.
Right.
Just a smaller runoff of the driveway, making it smaller, no problem whatsoever. I would be agreeable to that.
Are we okay to close and with these as conditions and then see the
I think
plan?
we need to see a detailed, I would like to see that, but.
Yeah, I've been the one asking for it, so I'm okay to, we'd like to continue.
Scott, do you have any comments?
No, it's up to you, Steve. It sounds like my recommendation would be to continue if that's how the board would like to proceed. I know you'd like to get this wrapped up, but
we'll get you on earlier at the next meeting, so you don't have to wait 3 hours.
Get you higher in the batting order.
We'll get you right up in the top of the batting order, yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you
that would be good.
Do the 5 feet like you're supposed, that you're going to, and then beef up or have your engineer take another look for the water on the sides of the driveway.
Yeah, I just want that section of the plan to have more spot grades that indicate that the water is not going towards the property line, that it's going. Okay?
Yep.
And then I think
so it's not going to go into the neighbor's yard.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
I was going to go in the other neighbor's yard. So, you got it.
Well, you get it.
That's going to go into Old Parker Road.
Yeah, I understand. It's kind of a, we've been at this for quite a while. I was just trying to end it with a special condition.
Yeah, and we'd like to as well. I know.
All right. I will make a motion to continue to September 22nd, 2025.
At the beginning of the...
At the beginning of the next agenda meeting, DP 143-1122 for 3 Hugh Road, single family, map 111, lot 44.
Second.
Motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Josiah to continue the public hearing for...
August 22nd. September 22nd.
September 22nd for DP number 143-1122 Huff Road, 3 Huff Road.
Jim Foran, aye.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Crockel, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye. Thanks very much. Thanks for your understanding.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Sorry, Sam, we didn't close that one out.
That's okay.
No.
You guys have done good this evening.
We get to talk about Lakeshore Drive again? No,
Do we have an update on that?
We don't have any update.
Bob is online, and I'm sorry, Bob, we still do not have anything from DEP. We've all tried, I've tried to email them several times. I know Brendan Doyle's called them several times. We've all called them many times, and to still no response, unfortunately. Bob, we can't hear you. I don't know if you're muted or not.
Hello?
He doesn't look like he's muted.
No, I think he refreshed it, maybe.
We can't hear you, Bob.
Not yet. Nothing yet.
No volume, yeah.
He looks like me when I have a tech issue. It's like, I have no idea what to do.
No news, good news?
I'm the same. I'm the same.
If you could type in the chat.
There's a memo to the assessors for 25 Conservation Drive, outstanding taxes. Do we know what that is?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Oh, look at that.
It says, Mark, hard copy of letter in signature folder.
Yeah, sorry about that, Bob. He said in the chat, sorry, no news today. So,
Okay.
yeah, sorry, Bob.
Sorry, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Chairman Mungem and board members, at the Conservation Commission meeting on December 16th, 2024, in accordance with MGL 40, Section 8C, the board voted unanimously in favor of to accept the donation of land.
Yep.
Yes.
Known as 25 Conservation Drive. And the Board of Selectmen on December 26 further accepted the land donation from Lackey Dam Properties, and a deed was recorded on December 30th, before the end of the year. It transferred ownership to the town of Douglas under the care of the Conservation Commission. At the time of the votes and the recording of the deed, the fiscal 2025 preliminary real estate taxes were current. The actual tax bill for fiscal 2025 was issued on December 31st, and the third and fourth quarter taxes remain outstanding for fiscal 2025. So in order to clear this outstanding receivable, the Board of Assessors requires a memo from the Conservation Commission requesting that the taxes for the third and fourth quarter of fiscal 2025 be abated as the parcel was acquired by the town and under the care and custody of Concom. So the tax amounts to be abated are as follows: 465, 465, for a total of 931.08. So I have signed
You've signed that?
that letter
Okay.
to abate taxes.
Perfect.
Of course,
All that
they
happened.
donated the land, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
so that was really easy.
That was worth $931.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
All right, next on the agenda was, I guess we have a conflict with a meeting on November 17th.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
we can, Bob.
Sorry about that tech problem on the first attempt. So, yeah, I don't actually have any news on Lakeshore Drive. For the record, Robert Moran, 56 Lakeshore Drive. And for the record, I really don't have any news other than we are finalizing some changes to a plan, which we hope to submit probably to the next meeting. We probably have been forced to implement drainage on our property, and as you know, my view is that, and I think actually there was a letter read to the record tonight that said when an applicant establishes 4 lots or more, they're supposed to provide stormwater calculations. There were 4 lots in 2020 and then 5 lots in 2021. And it's my understanding at this point that no stormwater calculations or attempt to mitigate stormwater has been submitted or even attempted, really. So we've had engineers identify this. The conclusions are consistent with what the town has come up with. And, we're, as much as we're waiting for DEP, I still feel this is kind of not my problem to solve. And I am hoping the commission will put pressure on the other owners to develop and implement actual stormwater plans.
I can understand your feelings that way. It's not a great situation, hasn't been a great situation. It would be great if it could be resolved. We were hoping the DEP was going to help, as you know. Doesn't appear that they're gonna. So I guess it's probably going to be back in our hands to try to do something here. But
maybe compel the owners to develop stormwater plans. Like, I'm at the bottom of the hill getting the water that's coming off the road that was developed. And I'm single-family home, exempt from stormwater regulations, but I'm contemplating drainage on my property, which there are constraints with that. Sure. I don't have a lot of land to work with, and I just happen to be downhill from my good neighbors.
Yep. So,
as I say, nothing really new, but I did find it interesting that a letter was read into the record from DEP noting that requirements do apply when more than 4 lots are established. And here we are.
Right.
So.
Right.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm all set, and I'll see you in a couple weeks unless you have any other questions for me.
Nothing here. No. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Are we just going to cancel November 17th then, since there's a town meeting?
Town meeting?
Yeah.
Jen had highlighted,
Yeah.
what day was it? She said the only option was really the 24th? Is that what she said? But then you have a meeting right after that. She said the only option is 24th of November if you wanted to move it to there, but then you have a meeting on the 1st anyway, so it'll be a week after. So,
which is kind of mute.
yeah. So she recommended canceling it, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah. Make a motion to cancel November 17th, 2025.
A second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded to cancel the November 17th meeting due to a conflict with town meeting.
Jim Farr and I.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco.
Mark Mungem, aye.
Go.
What did we just...
November 17th.
We just made you chair.
You've been elected the chairman.
All right.
Forest cutting plans from DCR Hemlock Street.
On that day, we'll switch seats. I'm going to be the vice chair.
He likes
could be the
his
chair.
seat, though.
He does.
All right.
He does that.
Last thing on the
planning.
agenda for us tonight, I think we're not going to do meeting minutes.
Good. No offense.
Did we change the date?
Plus, Kate's not here.
November 17th is...
9/22. And 22 wasn't a good...
No,
Oh, that was...
9/22 is still good.
Oh, okay.
October 6th is still good, but it's November, what day is it?
17th.
November 17th is being canceled.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I got to get Mike to
That's
the
far off.
store before it closes, so.
All right. Make a motion to adjourn?
Well, what is the
Second.
tree cutting plan? What are we supposed to
I
do
don't
with
know.
that?
That's
Is
you.
there a memo on it? I think she just said it's to make you guys aware of this
Oh.
tree cutting plan on Hemlock Street. You don't need to take
No
any action on
comments,
it.
No action.
Okay.
All right, let's get out of here.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion's been made by Jim and seconded by Josiah to adjourn.
Jim Farr and I.
Josiah Birch, aye.
Mike Greco, aye.
Mark Mungem, aye.